Welcome in everyone to our Saints gaming stream tonight. My name is Rare Adam. Alongside me is Jobin and Ryan. We're in for quite the treat tonight. Saints versus Northwood, two of the Titans of the North in Collegiate Valorant here, playing for a spot in NACE Grand Finals. Jobin, this is going to be a very competitive matchup, I feel.
Yeah, there are very big stakes on the line. As you said, that NACE Grand Finals berth on the line in Northwood. To be honest, they are the best team in the world for Collegiate, not just North America. They stomped the Red Bull event. They have pretty much stomped every single thing they've been in. The Saints, though, they are a team that has been riding probably their best streak I have seen with this current roster. Once Sushi got called up, things kind of stabilized, and they haven't really looked back since. I think they've only dropped maybe 1 or 2 maps, period, the last week or two. So this is a team, they've been riding that high, and they're looking to come back, and they're finally looking to take down the big, bad Northwood.
Yeah, especially after that campus clutch. It's been quite a ride for Northwood, and now Saints, like as you were saying, the Saints kind of like solidified their roster with Sushi now, and now they've been on a roll. Caillou's #1 on VLR for like the past 2 months. So guys have been frying. They've been doing super well, and like can't complain of what they've been doing out there.
Yeah, and obviously with the implications of this and more to come as well, specifically CVAL this weekend. Winners finals for them against Northwood once again. We get a little bit of a taste as to what that will be, as well as sort of preparing them for nationals or top 32 next month as well. So there's a lot on the line here. I believe we are heading into Agent Select, though. Haven going to be that first map. No surprises here.
Love to see
Ryan, what's your thoughts on Haven?
I love Haven. Is my favorite map to play. Is my favorite map to watch. As earlier this week when I was casting Val, it might have been last week. See the breach lock in? I like it. But yeah, Haven, one of my favorite maps in Valorant. Favorite map.
Yeah, we're talking about Haven being one of those maps. Me and Adam always mention it. Like Haven and Ascent are the two maps that I like a lot because the meta is somewhat defined. You know, Caillou now Mexican the Gecko, but it's just being that initiator change, right? The other 4 members still going to remain that Ditto comp, but the Breach and the Gecko going to be the 2 exchanges. And Haven is one of those maps, man. It's been around for so long. I think at this point, while there is meta shifting, it comes down to can you execute on this map? I mean, right? There's only so many different reads you can make. They've all been kind of figured out to this point, but when you have 2 teams of this caliber, I'm sure there'll be a couple things that will surprise us.
Yeah, and looking at the rosters here, of course, your standard affair for the Saints here, Ems, Seth, Sushi, 4tapping, and Caillou. On Northwood's side, though, interesting to note, Darkest is currently playing in a tournament right now for Chicago Empire, so it is Drakius filling that in for the time being. Whether that influences the series or not will be something to keep an eye on. Of course, Darkest is has a very good reputation, especially in Tier 2, especially in Collegiate, as being one of those top players, one of those top initiators as well. In this place, though, Drake is still a very capable player in that own right. Maybe the synergy starts to go off a little bit there, but we'll have to see, because this is still, as we mentioned, one of the most talented teams in all of Collegiate.
Yeah, and going through with, I say this every time we play Haven, I love seeing Ems with the Odin. All the time. He just likes to sit up in heaven or on, I believe that's A site. If I'm not mistaken, just love seeing the Odin. It's such a useful like.
It's a weapon.
It's a weapon, and it shoots through everything.
Yeah.
It is simultaneously a weapon and a tilt device in the same breath. It's just so annoying to play against. Obviously, these high-level teams, there's not going to be any surprises, any minced words. I will say the one thing that does kind of intrigue me. Not that either one of these teams isn't going to try their hardest and play their full hand, but this is for NACE. NACE is absolutely a massive thing to get into that grand final, but these 2 teams are going to rematch in CVAL on Saturday. Do they pull a couple punches? Do they not go into the depths of the playbook? I wonder if we're going to see a couple things maybe look differently, but honestly, with how skilled and talented these 2 teams are, I'm expecting definitely a show nonetheless.
Yeah, and if we're looking for some of those strategies, this is a very typical one that you're going to expect hitting that A site for round #1. Ems showing off the knife just a little bit, but as you can see, very quick execute on the site from Northwood. Very quick plant as well. It seems as if the Saints are going to be going for something a little more akin to a retake here, 5v5 for themselves. Dizzy coming out, not going to spot too much. Benji, though, able to trade with 4tapping there. It's going to be a little bit of a 4v4 situation as that shock dart catches on the 4tapping.
Oh, unlucky flash by Ali there. Going through, it's 3v1. Breach super low, though. But Seth going to be taken down. Northwood, round 1. A good execute. The Saints kind of gave them A site just like right away. Like, okay, let's just play post plant. Let's just get through this. But Northwood keeping their top spot, alive, taking down this the first one.
Yeah, the pistol round oftentimes, right, you want to maybe try to play defense, but it's easier to just play the 5v5. Let them kind of take the site. You know, you allow the site, you go take that thing back over. But Northwood, they play the exits very well, and that's the beauty of Breach, man. That long-range stun, the concussion just goes so far. Those fault lines absolutely just wreck shop over on that A site. So very tough to play against. Now we're going to see Verbsa over on the hero rifle. Just, honestly, one of the most talented players in all of Collegiate.
Yeah, we talk about Darkest, we talk about Verbsa as being that sort of iconic duo there. Of course, this entire team is very strong in that regard, but pistol round, grouping up, trying to find whatever you can. Great paranoia coming down as well to blind up multiple members of the Saints there. You can see the rest of the map is just going in favor of Northwood, though. Multiple kills going down. It's only going to be down to Ems on that frenzy. Gets one at the very least. But Northwood, once again, very clean anti-eco. It's very difficult to take those thrifties off of a team as skilled as them.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, when they're going in with Vandals and Bulldogs and such, going into that second round, always insta-buy. If we can take a quick look at the scoreboard here, see what Saints can counter with this. I do believe I see Emery or Emzuu with the Odin on a site. I am excited for this one.
I mean, the Odin, listen, it's a tried and true strategy. It was only a matter of time until we saw one of these members busted out. But looks like, yeah, M's going to be on the Odin. Not going to see any LMGs back from Northwood. They still have those round 2 rifles. Seth, though, first blood on Verbsa, taking down that entry point. That is going to be a massive, massive play. Now, though, recon dart toward the C site. Northwood getting stacked from C-Long. They're stacking Garage, too. Kayu's going down, so Seth.
Yeah, this is more than just your average bonus in that regard. You can see there's a lot of Vandals, there's a lot of guns, a lot of firepower coming the opposite way, and in that sense, very difficult for Saints to hold the line for themselves at this point. For tapping, just going to try and find any sort of angles that they can. Ems, of course, with that Odin, just looking to spray and pray.
Fire hose.
Benji might peek this a little early. Great blind, though, going to come through from Drakeus, as Rip Benji going to be able to find the kill in the Killjoy Ditto as well. Ems going to have to make some major value happen here, stacking up here with Sushi. Still very challenging. Spraying down. Drakey is going to come from a flank as Northwood find another round for themselves. 3 in a row to open this one up. They're looking like a well-oiled machine, as expected.
Yeah, the positioning of Northwood, honestly, just flawless that round. They traded off everything perfectly. They got the Saints out of position. Even though the Saints got first blood, Seth did a great job. You can see how well put together this Northwood team is. The flashes are well-timed. The fault lines were perfect. Everything was traded off and played off of it beautifully. Now they're going to start to see this money start to swell up just a little bit. 5K on Dip, close to 5K on Drakeus and Benji too. So this is one of the times for St. Clair. A team as good as Northwood, you do not want to let them get this 5-6-0 lead, or you might be out of the game before you know it.
Yeah, St. Clair going to be struggling with this one, but it looks like they got as much util as they can. They're going to be going down. 2 kills down already for Saints. 3 already open B site, but 4 tapping, trying to take some space, but alarm bot in. They know that they're there. They got to do their best, but Dip with the 3K, taking down 4 tapping and M's. It's a struggle, but they you know what? They're getting their buys back. They're gonna have a little bit less util than they want. Light armor on 4 tapping as well, but when you're saving, you can't do much.
The scoreboard speaks volumes right now, though. We talked about how skilled Verbsa is. 1 kill. Got that 1 kill last round. Drakeus, the substitution in 7-0. Dip, 7-0.
Benji is out fragging all of the Saints, and he is sitting in 3rd.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough situation for them right now. Of course, it might just be some of those nerves coming through as well. Every team going up against Northwood has to feel that extra little pressure there. Verbsa, though, as usual, just on point with that aim. Gonna be that Rolling Thunder as well. Nice and early. 4 Tap gets a little bit of a boost, but Forbes there to answer it in kind. Ems now with that Odin, gonna have to try and find some value here. You have to just try and find any inkling of momentum in this situation, because they have been extremely clean with that. The Odin rains down its fire, but not gonna be able to find too much as Breach's fire comes back.
Yeah, especially when M shot that recon dart. They know exactly where he is. They didn't know that he had the Odin, but he still is carrying it through. But it looks like it's going to be a save round.
They know at that point.
They can't.
They know his game.
They don't have a chance.
They are aware of his game at that point.
Yeah, and to be fair, right, that's what I talked about. It's Haven. There's only so many tricks, right? Like, yes, Gecko adds a new layer of kind of what you can do with the map, but ultimately, positioning and spots on the map are limited to only a couple things in Dip right now. finding headshots exclusively. Looks like it's almost another flawless for Northwood. And you can see the confidence. They are going to find this last kill. They are not respecting. And the same, I mean, Northwood has 9K on multiple members. One's going to get taken down by the Odin. And the fire hose, good for a second one. But that's all he's going to get is 2. And yes, it was a fun play. Yes, it looked great. But the economy is still going to be the big point. And I actually like this early timeout because just as I said, if you go down 5-6-0 to Northwood early in this game, right? Ferbsa hadn't really got online yet. Half the team hadn't really done that much. It's just that 2 or 3-man game. So right now, just got to get ahead and got to try to stop things.
It makes 100% sense for them to take that timeout. In a lot of ways, we want to see these teams pick up early timeouts as well, especially if they lose multiple rounds in a row in the fashion that they have. You know, in this case as well, you can see still very calm on their side, not letting those emotions get the better of them, but still it is tough when you're in that game, when you're in this dogfight, when you want to try and set some expectations moving forward into CVAL, sort of the big dance at that, against a team as strong as Northwood. You need to start setting those expectations now, making sure that not only your own team, but the audience, everyone else, the community is aware of how strong this team is.
Yeah, exactly, and especially like going through the recent Saints matches, like they've been stomping, and now that they're getting to Northwood, #1, like literally #1 in the world, like
#1 everywhere.
Not NA in the world.
In the world, and they're like, it's such a skill. Like, I'm not trying to like bum out.
There is skill disparity.
There is a skill disparity.
It's like losing to the Patriots with kind of when Tom Brady was there. It's the same.
Like,
it's like it's the dynasty. They've been around for 5-6 years of absolute dominance, and not just winning, like smashing people in the process. So. This is the team. They're looking to finally make a stop to it. It's going to be a half buy, though. So, unfortunately, things are probably going to have to wait one more round. And for the Saints, I'm just looking to try to get more frags. I know it's right forehead, just kill more people, but so many rounds, 4 left alive, 5 left alive. So, even if you're starting to beat Northwood and they're not on the loss bonus, they have so much money banked. They're able to just reproduce that buy. Sushi
dodging
has
bullets.
Dash ready with the shorty, trying to dodge those bullets from Kip, or Dip, rather. Looking for the timing, tapping, playing the short corner. There's the shorty. Shots do not land, though, and their shots are all landing for Northwood. That is 3 Saints down. Hunter's Fury in retaliation for 1. Hits Drakius between the eyes, but 4v2, sight garnered by Northwood, going to be a very tough way out.
Northwood are such a skilled team when they get the ball rolling here. They know it's at stake. They know that NACE is just another cap or feather in the cap for them. Cap in the feather, whichever way it goes, nonetheless.
They've got a whole rat of hacks.
They've got
a few.
They've got everything.
They got a few.
They've got the, the whole mantle is covered with all those trophies and everything. This is a well-accomplished team. Saints gonna try and be those scrappy underdogs in this situation. As weird as it seems to say that, that is sort of the case here. David versus Goliath. The proven veterans of the collegiate scene are just holding their ground. Septo gets a couple of shots of that there. M's probably just gonna try and avoid giving over that ult orb.
Yeah, just gonna try and die to Spike, but Ferbs are gonna be taking him down. Yeah, going back on this David versus Goliath, like kind of what I was saying before. Like Saints have been like that Goliath throughout their entire NACE run so far, but now, like just comparing now, like it's another David versus Goliath once again. Like we're 6-0 already to start the half. Saints back on most of a full buy. We got some light armor.
Yeah, it's because they're going heavy. It's because they're going heavy weaponry. And Caillou
they got a force.
Yeah, and 4 tapping is probably buying full util. We are seeing though a lot of ultimates from the Saints. 4 tapping. We could see an angle for that lockdown. Obviously, if the timing makes sense, but. The only bad thing with that, Dip has been saving that Hunter's Fury for a rainy day, and as these clouds start to disperse over there, he might get that one ready. It's going to be Mosh Pit, it's going to be Dizzy, Paranoid going to hit Caillou in retaliation, Wingman's going out, kill with the Aftershock, Seth is going to find a kill on Ferbsa. There goes Thrash though, Wingman and Thrash going for both. Caillou though, ends up getting detained, the Hunter's Fury gets popped too. Benji takes down 4 tapping, Caillou the next chip to fall. Northwood once again running rough shot on the C site, leaving 2 Saints left to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, I mean, quick stat for you here. Northwood has played at Haven 27 times in registered matchups. They're 25-2 on this map.
Is that good?
That's That's pretty damn good if we say so that. Sushi just looking for some exit frags with that op, but once again, turning tail, running for the hills. Not really a whole lot of angles for them.
That stat's insane.
I mean, if you want to look for a map that maybe they've dropped in the past, Icebox 10-1.
Yeah, they were. I remember.
Ascent 15-0.
Oh my god.
And see, it's like, it's having the old maps drilled down so well. That's the true mark of a great team. Because, right, I'm sure they're practicing for Lotus, they're practicing for things like Fracture, but if you got Haven and Ascent mastered, you're going to have such a leg up on the competition. And right now, just picking up where they left off the rest of the year.
Yeah, and like, what you were saying, like Drake, I believe his name is Drake, yes. He's subbing in, no?
Yeah.
And they're,
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a
6 men like Lou will.
Yeah, literally.
the Hydra.
Literally.
Everyone is coming down on you there.
That's insane.
It's been
Right here.
tough to find things to boost the side of Saints thus far, but you know, loss bonus has stacked up at this point. You know, you're getting 2,900 credits around. Even your half buys are half decent now. Bulldogs, Guardian, Sushi finding a first blood on to Ferbs as well, but even still, they've got to continue this play. They have to continue to hold this down. And Northwood, they play so damn fast.
Yeah, that's the only thing too. They send the mobile meat grinder towards you, Dip.
Don't
Couple
tell me
shock dart lineups there, going to take down the lockdown. Lockdown looks like it should survive here. No. Blade Storm now going to be popped though. Sushi try to go over the top.
There's 3 detained.
I think he spotted him out. There is 3 detained. All of these members are locked down. Ali's going to find one back on a Sushi. The Guardian shot though, 4 tapping. Nice and clean. Operator recovered as well. Ems holding down long with the Odin. Yeah, Spike right now sitting in no man's land. So St. Clair took the lockdown. It took a bit of an investment, but it looks like you have actually taken control of the site. And there goes Low Bro to scout things out.
Yeah, shout out Wingman. Enemy of the state. Sushi just missing the op, but Emery, or Ems, sorry, I call it by his name. Ems taking him down, but 2K by Rip.
40 seconds too.
Oh, they got time.
He's trying to make things happen. They know he's on site though. Will he turn tail and run here? You can see now they're starting to triangulate on that position. Benji gonna sit in hell for the time being. Do you trust yourself in this 1v2 situation? You have the lockdown if you so desire, just to stall out time even further. But even then, the teeth of the defense is going to come down. Seth going to get tapped out as well. Coming down! It's not going to be enough as Benji, they find the 1v4 situation. You can't take any fight against Northwood lightly.
Wow. Wow. I was gonna say we need some. I was gonna make an Overwatch reference, like justice reigns from above. We need 4 tapping just to jump down. The one thing that I have to like critique about that play, they didn't peek at the same time. Like they didn't just go 2v1. Like 4 tapping just dropped down as Seth is peeking that corner, because they have a general idea. Like he planted on Heaven's side. They gotta like think like, okay, like we gotta swing this. But Saints, I'm pretty sure they got classics. Low.
It's ego. They're gonna play scrappy and try to make this expensive for Northwood. However, Northwood, they still got the full trust fund. The investments are still doing well. Dip already gonna find the first blood. Sushi, first victim. Wallbang. Drake, yes, they had information, they had timing, they had Ems' head in the process. 5v3 now. Blade Storm is on the field. 4 tapping, looking for anything he can. Benji though, continuing the hot streak. Caillou, couple of pop shots there. Gonna dodge the aftershock. Will not dodge Drake. Yes, now all on Seth. He'll get 1 for his trouble. That'll be a rifle over to Seth now, seeing if he can find anything else this round, but I have a sneaking suspicion won't be a whole lot more. Looking for 1 more kill possibly here, but they've got information on where Seth is. They're gonna send the Blade Storm, the Aftershock, the Vault Line rather, the Blade Storm. The combination is so good once again, and Northwood still up 9.
Wow. I was gonna say when Seth picked up that gun, I think at that point it's kind of like tuck tail and run. Like
I thought maybe say, but like, at this point they get lost bonus.
They got lost bonus. They got full buys.
Normally yes, but right now it's, at this point you gotta try to win something. Yeah,
you gotta do something.
What is saving? You're down 9-0. What is saving 1 gun gonna do? Like,
yeah,
normally good idea, but right now it's like just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing would be like for like util usage or like like 4 tapping's got light armor, but like at that point it's not even.
It doesn't matter.
No, not at.
Northwood's getting a lot of headshots. Whoa.
Yeah. Good little jump peek. 4 tapping, gonna tag him once for 11.
Stay away.
Realistically here, you just need to find anything, try and get some momentum. It's not about, you know, starting to build a streak, although that would be great. You just got to take the wind out of Northwood's sails here. They have more than enough credits to buy out the rest of this half as well. 4 tapping, finding that first blood, a good start in that sense as well. Ferbsa though,
Mickey Mouse smoke.
Very deep in there.
Spike planted.
Oh, Mickey Mouse got the ears coming out and everything. But nonetheless, this retake is still challenging. You can see how patient they want to be, because even after Ems gets 1, Dip, Rip, Benji coming back with 2. Now 3v3 situation, the util getting thrown into this CT area here. Four-tapping just chilling in the smoke, looking for anything, gonna peek out. That's gonna be Dip and Ali finding 2 more. Seth has to make some magic happen. 1v3 situation. 6 seconds before they get detained. Finds one, will end up going down. Dip with the 3K. 10 in a row for Northwood. Yikes.
Yeah, Northwood attempting to speed run Haven right now, and I'll tell you what, they are doing a pretty damn good job. I mean, just look at the numbers alone. The Saints right now sitting on, I believe it's going to be 17 kills. Look across the way, 14, 13, and 12 respectively. Dip, 2 deaths on the game so far. The rest of these Northwood members not eclipsing the 5 mark. So right now, honestly, you can talk about the util, you can talk about everything else. Northwood is just straight up, like, I wouldn't say ego challenging. They're playing off their all your util. They're just playing confidently, and they're just winning, it seems, every single 1v1.
Hunter's Fury in, though. Not sure if it's a side of Northwood, but Sushi taking one. Caillou taking space, picking up a gun. Nice kill on Rip. And then picking up Dizzy as they go, but Northwood already on C site. Like, they're just taking a walk in the park.
At least this time around, you know you have some numbers in your favor. You have to play the numbers game at a certain point. Trade up, trade up, trade up. That's the name of the game at this point. But of course, this site control is so challenging, especially when Drakius has this rolling thunder. However, lightning will not strike as it follows. Ems holding this short angle. You can see Drakius on site, gonna be taken down. These are the trades we're talking about. Dip gonna be that last one alive. And finally, the Saints break through. You know, it was round 1-1 as opposed to round 1, but hey, they got it going here, and that's all you can ask for in those situations. You need to find a spark plug.
Yeah, at that point, you just have to get on the board. It's like when you're missing, you know, shot after shot in a basketball game. Once you see one go in, not that they're going to go on a 10-round run and make this into a 12-10 game, but you got on the scoreboard at least. Now you can at least start, right? It's something. When you're staring at that 0, it's like, guys, like, we cannot even win a round right now. At least when you have one, something is filling that 0. Something is filling the void up there. It's at least some positive to look forward to. The only thing now, though, not going to be a whole lot of positives. You know, you only have one ultimate. The rifles are going to be fairly even across the board. Northwood, though, I guess, no ultimate to speak of that way as well.
Yeah, and the only ultimate on the side of Saints is it's not the best one, to say the least.
It's not?
Yeah, they're on defense side too, so like you can like TP to a site, but then as soon as you get
yeah.
spotted, something might happen.
Yeah.
You might just TP back.
Then again, we've seen some pretty spicy
There have been some good ones.
There have been on
Ascent.
There have been some good ones.
on Ascent, you know, Haven, maybe you can find some sauce as well. That's a little bit of a rare Joven lore moment for you, for all the big fans out there. Sushi, though, gonna peek aggressively here. Ali might be caught napping here. Spray down from Sushi. Gonna be able to find one. And this is good. I like to see them force Northwood to play slower, because we've seen each and every time, snap engage, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. That's how they've been playing it, and that's how they've been winning. When Northwood are forced back and forced to play against the clock, that is when the Saints are starting to find some angles in here. Four-tapping and Drakius, though, staring at the same plot of land. No one gonna take that first contact
Spike
yet.
planted.
Yeah, four-tapping, waiting just around the corner. Spike did get planted once more at the C site. KJ setup is going to be there, so Saints are going to have to work their way over Ferbsa. Going to be the one to lurk garage. These Saints, though, nice little split stack. Few up toward B, actually. 4 toward B. One member up in garage. Caillou looking to find some good timing there. Oh, the info's good. The headshot's good. Ferbs is going down nice and early. 5v2 to play retake. Drake is, though. He's getting cleared out of back alley, and Seth is going to clean up Benji, and 10 is all they get. It won't be all they get, but it feels good to say, doesn't it?
Saints take those.
It's the copium there, in a sense. But
They gotta fall.
You gotta
Let's have
start
some fun,
somewhere.
yeah.
You have to start somewhere, and I think that is exactly what
Switching
the Saints can
sides.
ride high on here. And of course, Haven,
So,
attacker-sided,
mix it up,
question
double down.
mark.
Let's talk.
Collegiate doesn't mean anything
I mean,
anymore.
the last Saints game, I will say it is a not attack-sided, but this time they may have a chance. They got some.
We gotta find
Tell
something.
you what,
to
they
look
have to
for.
win pistol.
Yeah,
They have
if
to.
lose
if they
pistol,
don't win
the game is
pistol,
effectively over.
and yeah, you're basically in shambles at the moment. Yeah, you're on match point, and then you get your first full buy.
Yeah,
it's tough.
yeah.
It's tough. So, Saints really got to take this one. Playing a bit of default for the time being, figuring out what they need. It looks like a B push, but I'm not 100% sure what they're gonna do. Kind of just standing still, waiting for the timer to go.
just got to open up the map a little bit here as well. You know, try and isolate some 1v1s, I think, is your best strategy. Of course, the aim from Northwood is great. Their team play seems to be what brings them over the edge a lot of those times. It's great that you can hit headshots. You can do that in solo queue. Anyone can hit headshots. You know, just click the little pixel where their head is. But in a lot of ways as well, the fact that there's going to be 3 people all aiming for the head, someone's going to hit it there no matter what. It's so much more challenging to fight in that regard. Ferbsa, though, the only one at home on A site here. Gonna have to play some mind games here if you're gonna get out of this one if you're Ferbsa. Gonna try and take that first contact at the very least, play aggressively. But throwing down those smokes, turning tail, we outie, we not nothing to do with this A site at this point. They're gonna try and find some real estate elsewhere.
Yeah, B and C luckily have a little bit of util for these Saints. 4 tapping up in sewer. It's all timing based. Ferbs are gonna find the angle. There's the ghost shots. Yeah, the 2 tap to the dome. 4 tapping goes down, and that's gonna be the angle. The Saints are looking towards C. However, Benji is gonna be there. He's gonna get some info. Pops the nano swarm. Paranoia is going to actually clip the top of his head there. Gonna clip the beanie, the left clicks though, the right click for the answer. Sushi gonna go down. Now it's a 5v3, a couple more headshots. Caillou though answers back with a pair of his own. All of a sudden, things even. Spike should be going down momentarily once Seth gets that dark cover. Ferbsa though on the prowl.
Yeah, the issue is Ali able to find that flank, able to go under the guise of darkness. Dip gonna be able to put him in the tube there. 11 rounds for Northwood. We talked about how they needed to get that pistol round. I think even more so, if they were to drop that round, they wanted to get that spike down, get a little bit of extra credits in the bank. That is not the case. Stingers versus Spectres, it's going to be a more even fight than expected. No rifles getting picked up by the side of Northwood here.
Yeah, I think Northwood just realized if we just I would say take the foot off the gas. They're still essentially full bind because of the armor, but I think they're just realizing, hey, they're going to have SMGs, we're going to have SMGs. If we have more armor and we hit our headshots, theoretically, we should win the 1v1.
Which they have been.
That's why, right? And that's when you can make that by playing comp. Like, we don't need rifles, guys. Like, we can take this with SMGs. And they're defending, so.
Yeah, and they're on defense. They have a good chance. Just running gun.
Vroom, able to find that. With Tali, though, replying with a couple more the opposite way. Seth as well. Oh, tries to face check into Ali. Got the 3K going. M's going to be able to turn tail there. One of those, the Ferrari, maybe one of those other ones, the McLaren Peak. We'll find out what other cars we can get with these SMGs. That's exactly what we expected in these rounds, but 2v2 post plan. Now time for Saints to hold the line as much as possible. 4 tapping, though, is revealed. I'm going to take away some of that element of surprise.
I think Dip spotted the other member in the corner. Ems, good for the first kill, though. Now, if they can find this trade,
they're both looking
they are set up very nicely. Recon Dart, though, is going to spot Dip. However, though, he's going to guess where the angle is. It's going to be from that left side. Ems with the headshot. And the Saints, a much-needed round. However, it is going to be an expensive one, despite the win.
Yeah, double force coming through for both sides. Like, but at the same time...
Yeah, they forced too, I guess.
Like, a little... Yeah. But, like, Northwood, they're like, hey... They've got like 8-9 rounds on them.
Yeah. We've got 11 rounds in the bag. Yeah, they're feeling fine at this point. You can see a couple sheriffs getting picked up. Standard affair. You know, if you can't fire full shields, hey, you can win world champions with just, you know, light shield or something. Fnatic do that. Nonetheless, you can see Caillou actually getting that hero rifle. 4 tapping, buying up. This is the situation you're put in here. Even on in this situation where you could afford to quote-unquote bonus, not really going to be the situation. Benji.
Look what I have.
Lay in the trap. Put the rope out. He's got the carrot at the end of the stick. He's like, hey, buddy. Hey, come here. Nope, we're going to switch back out.
Destroyed.
Turret's going to get destroyed.
You got to love the Valorant players especially. You have a lot of dead time between the game. You just see a lot of little shenanigans. Because in CSGO, right, you can boost and stuff. So there is little, like, I guess, macro games you can play. Valorant, boost. It's like tossing weapons. It's, you know, infinitely buying the shorty, doing that little bug. It's little fun stuff like that. But taking the shorty into sewer, also a very pronounced strategy. We have seen it work time and time again. The early aggression up A, though. Northwood right now, right, being on these pistols, they're willing to take these fights, especially a player like Ferbsa. The Saints, though, not many teams opting for the B site. Alarm bot is going to spot Ferbsa. B site taken, plant down. Saints retake, and they got first blood.
Yeah, 4 tapping just chilling. He's kind of got the best possibility out here to get these Northwood players up and spawn. If he gets it, but Ali gets the sheriff headshot. But Caillou got a phantom.
Drakus might be in trouble here too, though. Through that smoke, you can see who's coming in behind. Sushi driving through. Call that the Lamborghini. We'll put it that way. Put everyone in here. Ferbsa, 31 HP. Wigman not quite gonna get the stun, but hey, little bro did his job. Helped the homie out. going to be another round win for St. Clair. They lose a couple of members there, but hey, at this point, you're just forcing every single round. You need to keep this roll going. You need to find as many rounds as possible, because at the very least, even if we call this map a wash, you want to just put a little bit of doubt into Northwood. You want to look at their situation and say, hey, we can't take this team lightly. Let's give it a little bit more.
Yeah, and I will say, you know, Owen Furrow, he likes to talk a little bit of smack. Even he said, though, Northwood probably the team he has the most respect for, just based on the accolades, based on how well and consistent they've been.
The most respect.
I mean, but some people, you know, they'd be like, oh, we can take him down. Like, there's a healthy respect. They're confident they can play well with them, but there's always that healthy respect, realizing they are up against the Titan. Recon Dart, a little bit too far there. Paranoia going both ways from Ali and Sep. Ali looking to swing the box. Finds the timing. First kill on Sushi. Finds a spray. Finds two. Verbsa and Drakius rounding things down, but Caillou has other ideas. He's going to spray down two. Sight to himself right now. Shock Dart from above. Spike now recovered. Second Shock Dart, 77 HP. Thrash. There goes little buddy.
Stacked up too.
Spread out immediately. Smart play. I think Caillou was able to spot out Dip, though, at the same time. Very least, we'll be able to get that spike down. Very unlikely to recover Thrash here. Dart not going to scan anything. Caillou has made this happen before. We've seen some heroics come through from Caillou on the Gecko specifically. Going to have to find this one. Benji, though, the crouch peek right around the corner. 12 for Northwood, and good attempt, but still no cigar.
Yeah, the aim punch on the Phantom really doing its job on that peak. Northwood going up to 12, 12-4. Wonder what the Saints economy is going to look like after this one.
Match point.
Pretty sure it's going to be, I was going to say flaming trash. It just might be lukewarm trash.
I do see some Phantoms.
No, I think, yeah,
they got it together.
Listen,
they got it. They
actually, yeah, decent little buy there. It's only going to be the one SMG for 4 tapping. Had to buy with that KG util and then, you know, buying up those nanos and everything else. Going to be a little bit short on cash, but the rest of the members, Verbsa, one off the Blade Storm. So Northwood, we could look for them to maybe play for an orb, try to pop out that Blade Storm, keep the rest of these rifles as those supporting tools. They're starting to stack a little bit of money as well. So they're trying to play in case they lose this round as well. Hunter's Fury, though, is up for Ems should they decide. Ali, he's been tagged every single time he's made that peak.
Yeah, and they're starting to pick up on that as well. You can see more damage each and every time. Sushi all the way onto site. Only needs the body to do that one. Here comes the Hunter's Fury as well, clearing out this corner on C, clearing out Garage a little bit as well, just buying time for the spike to go down. We've seen the Saints do well when they have time on their side. Unless that happens.
And it's all 4 of them all at once. Verbsa taking the space, whiffs a couple.
Remaining.
But 2v1.
What? Okay. Well, it ends as it began. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. Northwood just quietly taking apart the Saints on that C site. The C site on Haven, the final resting place for map 1. Northwood living up to the name, just dominating the Saints. I think they got off to a, 10-0 start to get things going. A 10-0 start, typically one that is seen as insurmountable, but like we said, Northwood living up to the bill, played so damn strong. And the Saints right now, just there was some to build off of toward the end of that game. It wasn't all doom and gloom, but you definitely have to make a lot of adjustments going into map 2.
It is a challenge as well because you know what you're going up against. Yeah. Northwood is such a known quantity in the CVAL scene. They've done so many crazy things. Believe they are the only 2-time CVAL North winner or CVAL any tournament winner.
One-time Brazil winner.
One-time Brazil winner. You know, they're very likely to even go further than that this time around. I mean, as we mentioned, best of 5 on Saturday against the Saints as well. So the early looks here not looking the greatest for the Saints here, but at the very least, we got to see that glimmer of hope at the end.
Yeah, looking like a bit of a revenge tour on map 2 going.
Like it'll have to be.
I mean, they gotta pull out all the tricks, all the bags. They just gotta go for a straight up street fight and just claw their way back on that one, because they're definitely gonna have their discussions on stage, kind of take a breather, kind of recoup and say, okay, what did we do wrong? What did we do wrong? What do we need to change? And what do we go for that map 2? Yeah,
the way you beat Northwood, you drag them into a dogfight and you just hopefully trade blows until one team is not left standing. But Northwood just precisely picking the Saints apart that map 1. So we're going to cut it to a break. We're going to come back with map 2 on the horizon. Saints looking to even things up in the NACE semifinals.
welcome back everyone to our Saints stream here.
Neon.
Oh, we already got the neon locked in.
It's been too long.
It's been a while since we've seen that, but nonetheless, on the Pearl we go. Saints gonna be on the attack first here, and this is a map that they've picked up rather recently. It's just sort of a Caillou special back in the fall, now sort of coming back into the folds of things. I'm interested to see how much resistance they can put up against it here, as a little bit of an interesting comp. The Fade comes out as well.
We haven't. So this was kind of like the OG Pro comp, I think. This is what we used to see a lot of. Usually the Killjoy. We saw the fast lane on B long a lot of times. And the Saints right now, they're playing. I'll give you guys a little. I'll pull the curtain back since it's not like a hidden strategy. It's kind of well known. Not a lot of teams are running it though. Basically, B long on Pearl has actually been considered the most undefendable site in the entire game. And Twitter seems to agree, every subreddit and forum seems to agree that if you run that Harbor Viper comp, you can block off so much of the B site. You're basically forced to play 5v5 retake. The Saints, listen, they are literally going to go B 9 out of the 12 rounds minimum this half, especially once they get all that utility online. So expect that long B push that they say the play, because right now it doesn't seem like there's a hard counter to that strategy. I haven't seen any teams definitively pick it up. Obviously Northwood, we know how skilled they are. They're probably going to be somewhat ready. But often we're going to see this 5v5 retake come through, and then it's going to come down to trading out and timing util. We know how good Northwood has been. St. Clair, you get a fresh start. This is your map and your side pick, I believe. Yep. You got to start quick.
Yeah, and going on that Harbor Viper pick, like you got two walls, one that you can move by yourself. You have a decaying smoke, a smoke that has shields. Just so much util, as we can see the Harbor walls are going through. Just kind of just take your space. And I like the comp switch because Sep was on Omen last round, but on Raze this time. And yeah, just look at this decay cluster everywhere. Sep with the right click, just going through. Look at this wall.
You have to play retake.
You have to play retake in this situation, and Spike's already down the site in control of the Saints right now. This is exactly what they want to do. They're going to wall off this link area as well, trying to clear out as much space as possible. They're going to be walking into multiple members. This is sort of the situation that the Northwood did not want to go into. Saints going to be able to clear out that round. Clean house at the end there. M's living with a sliver of health, but hey, close only matters than horseshoes and hand grenades.
And you heard the boys on stage from here. Yeah. They are happy about that one. But yeah, just you can't see anything. We were kind of talking about this before the game.
Before tapping has the Odin just to throw that in between.
He bought the Odin second round.
Yeah. Oh man, he's locking that in too. They've already shuffled the money.
Yeah, they're going for the throat for this one.
They're trying to get the snowball going because yeah, like we said,
they got to get it going.
It's the B long, and honestly, I like this. Like I'd rather the Saints run down B long, knowing that Northwood expects this attack every time. Because like I said, they think they've executed this comp perfectly. I've seen it work a lot of times. I haven't seen the hard counter. SMG shots, good for Seth to kick things off. That's going to be Burbsa down. And I like Northwood, you're right. Burbsa, Jet to Killjoy. Dip goes from Sova to Neon. So you can see how well-rounded these players are. Saints, though, pretty well-rounded themselves. Seth, right. Omen to Raze. Not too shabby playing that flex as well. And Saints, once again, the B-long push works. Northwood is on the eco, so it's going to be the retake, and it's going to be tough.
And look at how they're trying to retake as well. They're trying to go into 4-tapping here. That's how you do it. Okay, that's how you take the Odin off the board. You find a nice timed headshot there, but Caillou there to answer as well. These classics will be no match. A 3K for Seth. This is what they've been cooking. This is why Pearl has become one of those maps they want to pick, because they have figured out the comp. They've solved the meta on this for themselves, and Northwood, surprisingly enough, not really able to do a whole lot thus far. It's always a matter of when as opposed to if with Northwood. Then again, if the when happens at like round 9, round 10, you're feeling pretty good if you're the Saints.
Yeah, and like especially for Northwood going up on this map. Look, they have 3 players pushing that B long to at least try to avoid the util. It's either you do that and they're going A as well. But it's like either you push up, try and avoid that util at all costs, or you just say, here's the site, go ahead, we'll play post and do our best.
Yeah, you have to challenge up halfway through B, take 3 to 4 fights, pray they all go your way, or you play back, let the retake come through, play off the side of that Harbor Viper setup. Burbsa though, first one over onto Sap, Astrowell, Haunt there to deter this push. A site still in the eyes of the Saints, and they're gonna maybe make this rotation, though realizing A might not be so fun anymore. And luckily for the Saints, yes, you lost Raze. Northwood did lose Burbsa, but guess who's alive for that B push? Harbor and Viper. They could absolutely still try to go execute on B. Only one member playing back there, being Drakeus. Only has one flash in the kit too, 0 point. Now back online, but you have Harbor Viper, you have Sky to pop flash through. This setup is pretty much going to look exactly the same, minus a paint shell behind Halls.
Major thing is that you see where the Viper wall was put as well. They put it on B. They just put that there to begin with. They said, you know what, either we're going on to A and we're not using that Viper wall, or we're going to go back to the old classic there, going over to this B site. Here comes the Harbor wall. Here comes all of this util. Caillou lighting him up, putting him on a poster there. Rah, going in for that dunk as well. As Saints, they get the spike down, and Northwood, once again, numbers deficit going for him.
Yeah, and like, they put the Viper wall down. Harbor can throw all of his util at the same time. Ultimate coming in as well. I hate this ultimate. Like, it's like, okay, I have an angle. Nope, let's go back to this one. Don't get stunned and pray and go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
I kind of like it though, because it's not broken, but it makes you reposition. So if you put it in, like, that's why it's good. Because right, otherwise it's just like, it just looks cool, I guess. There's not really a ton of utility. It's really good for spacing people out, finding the reposition. This wall also very good for spacing. Northwood, they are electing for the save. They're going to tuck tail, sit and spawn. Honestly, probably the right decision here. You know this round was going to be pretty cooked anyway. So take those rifles back, especially now the Saints are going to be over onto a 3-0 lead. Already having as much success as they did in 17 rounds last time.
Someone just died to spike.
Whoever had the stinger, which I think was Sushi, said, you know what?
Yeah,
nah,
a little extra money.
Get it out of here. Nonetheless, great stuff coming through from the Saints, showing this revitalization, I want to say, on Pearl. You know, we talk about...
they won 4 rounds on Haven, they got 3 now.
They've got 3, exactly.
Quick maths.
And looking at how they're playing as well, Seth has come alive here as well a little bit more. Caillou moving from that Gecko over to the Viper, a little bit more established, probably more experience on that Agent as well. You get some different looks here. And of course, IGL, Fort Tap, and the Captain just holding everything down for the time. Look how far up, exactly. Look how far
I like that.
They have to.
That is a good adjustment. And I think that actually might be the way to kind of beat this comp too, because just, playing for the 5v5 retake, yes, it might work and all, but if you can get ahead of it, kill either Harbor or Viper up early on that ramp, you can basically shut down the entire offense. The Saints, though, slowly looking maybe toward mid this time, possibly could see some action through Art, but they are still sitting and mulling things over.
Yeah, even with having a Neon, like that's kind of the perfect counter as they're playing right now. But now they can just take their time. Like they've won 3 B-side rounds in a row. Like Northwood has to come up with some counter. They got to think of something. But yeah, definitely good.
Right? You condition them to expect you to go B every round, and then you start to pull out this A execute here. Yes, your wall is over there, but now you've got numbers, a split push here going on to the A site. Ali is under a lot of stress here. Lots of damage taken. M's pushing up aggressively as well. This is what the Saints want to do. Get them 3 rounds in a row. Fool me the 4th time? No way. Ali, though, gonna find that kill onto M's as it's traded out. Showstopper coming through as well. The Odin rains down.
Nice.
Seth finds Spermsa as well. 4v2 hold on this site. Benji gonna have to try and find something. Dip's gonna have to try and find something. But yet there are so few angles for them to find. Unless you find that one. Sushi, slightest pixel of Harbor's long, luscious locks getting cut down out of that one.
That was a cheeky little aim out of the corner.
Yeah, I didn't bring this up because Gub's not in the roster today. What do you think on the over-under of the roses today?
Well, usually for Seth, I would have said over. I think I set the line at usually 3.5 roses for most raids. That's been my default. That's
a few. 1.5.
Have you seen Raze game? And I don't blame the Raze player. The Showstopper is tough to use, and I feel like too, when that ultimate gets popped, there is automatically the weight of the world on your shoulders. Everyone knows everybody's watching the Showstopper. Your team is watching. Every single person is watching, waiting for that mistake to happen. But we talked about the frags last time. Now look at a vast difference in these kills. Northwood now only 6 kills through 4 rounds. The Saints have been keeping these guns alive. They are building the economy. This is the dream start to this half. Northwood, though, a lot of one-tap weapons. Yeah. That is the sign of a confident team.
You know, they trust their aim, and especially if the strategy is to go towards a B as often as possible. That's a long lane. You can look for those one-taps. You don't want that damage fall off on some of those SMGs and stuff. Drakeus trying to hold the line, has that frag as well. This is just burning so much util as well out of Northwood each and every time. Dip, though, gonna light Seth up. Fort Tap and gonna reply with a rain of bullets. Drakeus just trying to find out where they are. These Astra Stars sort of playing for both teams here, all 4 of them on this site. Benji gonna try and break it down as well. But this might all just be a ruse. Look at how much util is being forced out. Those are 2 stars that aren't coming back for the Astra. You can potentially turn tail, run towards this A site if you so desire, or you can do what Drakius just did and find Caillou's head top.
Yeah, but St. Clair had the advantage. They had the get up on
Drakius.
Northwood, and they kind of gave up on it. But Drakius just misses. But Mzu taking him down. Now they really got to look, because the economy is not looking great here for Northwood.
Yeah, the Saints have weapons, and it is a 2v2, so they theoretically... Oh, M's HP, though. That is considered worse than having one of those pistols. The Astrowell, though, make him vulnerable. That is going to be 4 tapping. Finds the kill on Benji. Plant should come through now. M's, though, 5 HP. He is purely the bait. That Guardian, more than enough damage. That's some overkill. Finds a kill on M's. Now 1v1. KJ turret down before tapping there to avenge his friend. That is going to be 5 rounds up for the Saints now, keeping this streak going and keeping Northwood at bay, even if just for another round.
Yeah, St. Clair really flipping this over from the last map. We originally saw, what was it, 7, 8, 9, nothing?
It was 10.
Oh,
yeah. It got bad, eh?
Yeah.
Things happen quickly.
It's gone. It's gone.
Things
It's gone.
quick.
Map 1 already happened. Don't worry about it. But St. Clair taking up 5-0 so far right now, up on Northwood, and they have all been on B site. All of them.
Yeah, the 1A was like a half rotate. Didn't really commit. It was just with the fight. Yeah,
that one in the last round. But Neon ult coming in.
Uh-oh.
Taking space.
G's running, looking for those zaps there. Caillou gonna cut down the Pikachu. It was super effective. Didn't know Poison was strong against Electric. Drakius, though, gonna be able to reply in kind. Big ol' blind coming through. M's gonna be able to find the spray down somehow, some way. As Ali, once again, caught hold of the hammer down on the opposite side of the map. Nonetheless, these Seekers gonna come out, scout out where the rest of the team is. Benji taking a couple of shots in the back there as they try and turn around this Astra from...
Here comes the util.
Just gonna be moving behind lines there. Ali just trying to find what they can. Ferbsa, though, finds another pick. This lockdown, though, will force everyone off the site. Once again, force Northwood into a retake. 3v3 case once again. The numbers have always been rather good for Saints on these holds, and they've been magnificent on the post plants thus far.
4 tapping. Has an Odin in back hall, so that is something to make note of. Sushi is there to support. Ferbsa has a rifle up in heaven here. Divide is going to be invested by Northwood now. They want to try to take this round back. They realize it's a 3v3. We have a very strong chance to win this. Ferbsa's got 10 health, though. 7 Benji gonna trade one out. The Odin gonna take down Ali. Now all on Benji. It looks like he tried to use the Nightfall there, maybe. Did not get to use it, so luckily for them, not going to go to the wayside. But 6 rounds in a row for the Saints. Again, the dream start you were looking for. We're going to see a couple of Odins coming back into the fray. That's the decision you can make when you have lots of money in the bank. Northwood, they're going to be forced back onto a half save here. Yes, they have ultimates, but they're not going to have a whole lot of util to use. And right now, I mean, 6 in a row. At this point, you're expecting to get 8 in this half. I would think it's a fair estimate to win the next 2 out of 6. The Saints are really looking forward to win more than that, though. But you got to make sure, you know, keep your head on straight and don't give it up.
Yeah, and Sushi, 0 kills, utility user.
Harbor main.
Like, that's insane. And he usually plays duelist. And
yeah.
Like just using that utility to the ultimate capabilities that they have. But now Northwood confused on where they have to go. They're like, okay, we don't have the giant harbor wall coming through on B.
What's Caillou looking at?
Just going through. Where is Caillou?
Caillou's
Is that him in spawn?
Dude, just vibing.
Listen, I think they're waiting for it. Teams like Northwood will lurk to spawn. I mean, look at where they went in mid. Someone walked up through R, took space all the way up toward that spawn window. So this is a team that wants to go for the early challenge. The Boombot spots Ferbsa. Nothing to push off it, though. The Saints right now, they're looking to go for B, but looks like there is a pesky little Neon sitting over there waiting.
This might be their angle where
When in doubt.
Dip is able to find a lot of value.
This
Granted, it might have been spotted out there. Gunfight's happening. Dip wins it. Ali able to reply as well onto Seth. Now the numbers going in favor of Northwood, and things might get a little bit tricky for the Saints here. 30 seconds left. There's a Viper Pit available. Darkness will come across the side of the Saints here. They're forced back once again. They need to pull the trigger soon. But these Astra Stars, all this utility that Northwood have saved for so long is going to get so much more value. Caillou, the pit has to go down now. You can't drop it down, though. Great late KO, well, great lockdown as well. This is rough for the side of the Saints here, as into the smoke goes Sushi. That spike isn't gonna get planted at all. And finally, Northwood have cracked the code. They have opened up Pandora's box, and the Saints have got to find some sort of answer to how slow they ended up playing that round.
Yeah, it was really. It seemed like St. Clair was really indecisive on where they wanted to go. They're like, okay, do we hard stick B? It's worked for all of the rounds that we have won so far. Do we try and make an A play? Do we try to take it slow, make a fake A, go back B? They're just considering, what do we want to do? What do we need? And they tried to make the late push, but with Drakius, with the Arcane Sheriff, the nicest Sheriff skin in the game. Take two.
Yeah, Northwood 2, you can see that they learned, they adapt on the fly there. They're trying to get the Saints toward mid, trying to draw their eyes away. Eyes, though, all down B long right now. Little totem pole stack behind tower there. Drakius waiting for the pop flash. The flash is good. Seth, though, the kill is going to be even better. That's going to be 2 kills to the Saints. More tapping in Seth. Good for 1. Sushi going to get the walls going. Has all this Harbor util. Plant should go down. Site completely open right now. Only the KJ and the Fade and the Astra left. Not going to be that much utility for the post plant. Much of their home floor. There's the Viper Pit coming through from Caillou as well. Saints trying to lock it down. Benji in back hole. Oh! He's good for 2. 2 for 1 for Benji. Northwood trying to even things back up. The Viper Pit still online, but numbers even.
Oh, shot him in the toe. Gets another one through the smokes there. Crazy stuff coming through from Northwood. This is their individual prowess coming to the forefront here. But they just have to spray it down. Door tapping. Gonna just find them. Caillou drops the pit. Works like a charm. Finds the last couple of kills there. And things got a little bit sketchy with Benji there. But nonetheless, it is him who is Rip instead of the Saints.
Yeah, again, B-side St. Clair with this lineup. They have mastered this. If I don't see
I don't think Sushi's shooting his gun, I'll be honest.
I don't think so.
I think he's actually in util mode the entire game.
Yeah, he's like, you guys go. Here's the wall. Here's the smoke. The
stat line I care about with Sushi is not the kills, it's that he has 4 deaths in 8 rounds. He is alive to set up these sites every single time. And in this comp, if Harbor or Viper die, if one of them is gone, this comp is dead in the water, no pun intended. It doesn't work, there's no synergy. Nothing else is really going to play around it. So you have to make sure. Sushi found left click. Either way, though, I mean, listen, he is shooting, obviously, but, you know, him being on that util is the primary focus. Has the ultimate again, so something to look for. Northwood, though, as you can see, these guys are smart, man. They know, even if it's a delayed push, they know the Saints are at least looking down B.
And Sushi just sort of being the baby of the team, being the bomb baby of the team as well, being sort of that heavy carrier in that regard.
Nice nade.
Nice nade, though, gonna come through. As well as the Reckoning. Clear outside by himself time. Drakius, yeah, just gotta hope for the best here. Sprays down once again. That knife will scan nothing. And that's a 5v5 retake attempt. If Northwood can find some shots here, if Northwood can potentially shut down this Viper, there is a chance. But once again, the pose plan is so challenging. Trades.
Oh!
Gonna be not a chance at a Rosa there. Gets taken down, but it gets Drakius at the end.
Hey, little martyrdom from Seth there from beyond the grave alley.
Straight down.
Yeah, down to 11 HP. And this is why Pearl B is such a disaster to retake. Because guess what? Even if you retake, if you somehow survive the Viper Harbor onslaught, everybody just snakes B long. They go up, they go down, and they find those shots if there's 2 or more alive. 4 tapping finds the shots there. Saints right now, 8-1 attack on Pearl. This looks refined. This looks amazing. 4 tapping, 2 deaths in 9 rounds so far. That Killjoy been up and kicking. The money looks good. The momentum looks good. The Saints should be looking at a 9th here.
Yeah, they are so successful on this attack side. It is insane. Also, I wanted to mention, that is a soundproof door.
Well,
that is a soundproof door, and I can hear NACE being
it is a very heavy door.
From the top of them lungs from the players on stage, looking at an A push here.
A push coming down. Ali caught off guard, trying to lurk up a little bit there, get cheeky like they have in the past. But once again, Sky's dog is not the only dog that we have to take into consideration, because Pavlov's dog also coming to fruition. They've gone B, what, 9 rounds in a row it feels like, and now onto this A site they go. Ali trying to find some angles, but Astra with the Sheriff is gonna have to try and find some value, find the head, find the taps, will not be able to do so. Ems sprays them down. Seth lurking once again. Caillou as well, gonna find another one, and it is all down to Benji. The fade may just be faded after this one. We know what's happening. Four tapping is sitting there as well. Sushi, got one on the board there as another flawless comes through for the Saints. 9-1. Is this the same Saints team we saw in Haven?
I will.
Absolutely not.
That is correct, and I will say, something about this B-long setup. I said it because Owen mentioned before, and I was like, why is no one else running this squeegee? He goes, I don't know. He said, after we ran it against FIU, I got like 15 messages going, yo, like, what is this comp? But I've been seeing it the last couple weeks, just not that often. I haven't even seen it that much in pro play, but man, there actually does not seem to be a congruent, like, confirmed defense to this stop right now. Then, like Adam said, once you go B 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times, you start to go to the A site, you start to maybe try to play through arc, play through mid. The Saints have done a great job keeping Northwood guessing, and even though Northwood, they've been ready for these pushes, it's just the util. Dip, though, I like Dip has been changing that angle every single time you put up there. Goes to the other side of the box, plays the corner. Oh! Caillou, though.
Phantom moment.
Caillou's got something for you, too. That is a phantom moment if I've ever seen one. Dip.
26.
Go. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
124. That's what happens when you get that gun. Ferbsa, though, answers back with a good old 160 to Seth. Granted, you can see they are trying to find this angle. It's on its way. As you mentioned, they are slowly but surely pushing forward. Third reckoning of the half. Sushi getting as much value out of Harbor's ult as he possibly can. Drake is trying to hide behind this wall. Finds the head on 4-tapping, though. Ends up turning him into a 1-tap at that. Drakius, though, will be next to fall. Numbers disadvantage for the Saints. This is the first time we've seen this. Can they contest? Caillou brings out the shorty, and as soon as the numbers disadvantage happens, it is even out in style. Spike, though, still not
30
down.
seconds left.
The heal's coming down. Everyone's going to get topped off. As
They didn't play
finally, this spike goes down, and
Spike
Northwood
planted.
need to try and play the retake game.
Yeah, like just going through every swap of POV that Alex is pressing, Alex our observer is pressing, you cannot see anything on the beast. Rip. Nice kill on Caillou. I do believe he was low health though.
Ems.
Last player standing.
One.
Nice.
Closes things down. That is a big round for Northwood. They get the team ace. They stop the Saints from pushing on to double digits, at least for the moment. Now we're going to go into the last round before the half. We're going to see the lockdown. We're going to see possibly another Pikachu sighting. Benji's got the Nightfall. Northwood looking to pool these funds however they can. Looks like this should be one more rifle, and you've got the Neon Ultimate. So ultimately, it doesn't matter what gun she's going to end up using. 4-tapping back on the Odin. 14 and 3 half for the IGL so far. The rest of these Saints finding all the kills they need. Sushi, again, just so good with that utility. And listen, he's playing Harbor. Harbor's job is stay alive so we can abuse your utility as long as possible. Because like I said, if Harbor's not alive, this B site does not work in the slightest.
Unless you go A, and then you don't need the B site. That's an early Pikachu pop as well coming through. This Nightfall, though, coming across the entire team. Ali is just fighting in the corner. 1 HP. Ferbsa finds Caillou. Sushi finds Ali. And that Neon Ultimate will get absolutely no value. Should run out of gas before anything happens. Lockdown's coming down. All of these ultimates being burned on the side of Northwood as well. And instead, the Saints say, we want none of that. We don't want to get locked down. We are freed from the chains of defeat. Let's get out of here.
Yep. Time to put in reverse Terry and go with Old Faithful. Go to B. But Caillou is down though. So the util might not be as useful as needed.
Ferbsa.
Oh, Ferbsa.
The flank.
Oh, timing! Recalls the turret! Ends up surviving. You're going to get topped off by the sky there. Sep is going to bait out Ferbsa. So now the Saints have numbers. The B site is being taken up by Northwood, though. Dip is ready. Luckily, there is no Astra on the board for Northwood, so there shouldn't be much delay in the Saints getting on site. It comes down to, can they find the timing with these shots, though? Drakius going for the spray down through the Harbor wall there. Not going to find anything quite yet. Paint shells toward back hall. Ems gets the guiding light ready. Saints looking to hit the go button here. Fast lane is going to stall things out for just a moment. The alarm bought the trades. Sushi and Dip back 1 for 1. Drakius out of halls, though. Good for another one. Sushi has 3 on the round. Seth, blast pack for the corner. 12 seconds left. Sushi takes matters into his own hands. He's got the 4K. Try to get those stats up, getting the Saints up. 10 round first half. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Seeing Coach Owen, look at him in the corner there. He is hyped for this play by the Saints.
Now if you can win pistol.
Yeah, if they can switch it, English, right?
Flip it and switch it.
Flip it. Yeah. If Saints can continue this momentum on the defensive side, now my mouth
Just win
starting-
pistol. Win pistol.
Yeah,
Make
win
it easy.
pistol. Just
Make it easy
That's
on
all you
yourself.
need. Just win the pistol. You get the util advantage, money advantage.
Pearl is attack
and
sided.
keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Northwood doesn't have the
It's attack sided?
Pearl. Are you serious?
Oh yeah, brain.
Yeah.
brain,
Oh, did you
brain.
even
yeah,
see
yeah,
that
yeah.
attack?
I was gonna say,
I
to
know,
be
man.
fair,
I'm getting confused.
Northwood doesn't have that comp, but
No.
they have a similar comp. The Neon and the Astra, it kind of gives you the same
got-
vibe.
you got
have,
the same
you
stuff,
have
yeah.
stars to take out space, you have the walls to block things off, so it's kind of the same idea. It's just not refined because Harbor hasn't been around as long. A lot of players haven't picked him up quite yet because he's not great. But when paired on Pearl with this fight, he is absolutely broken. Prowlers, haunts, all of it going out there. Benji trying to find the timing. The timing is going for
tapping.
tapping. 2 for him. Drakius answers back.
Oh my goodness, forward tapping in the worst possible situation, able to find 2. What just? Northwood might just be getting a little bit
Look at where the
desperate at this
defenders are
point.
coming from now.
The defenders
not
coming
checking the
from there.
corner.
Ferbsa though, waiting,
What are you
waiting,
doing?
waiting. The
Saints?
trigger
Hello?
discipline. 1, 2,
No.
3 potentially for Ferbsa. Sushi will clean it up. But those health bars on the Saints are deathly low. That spike has emigrated itself over towards that A site, and now all of a sudden, things are looking a little bit worse for wear. Granted, Caillou has the angle,
Okay.
finds one.
Remaining.
1v2 situation,
Play
waiting
time.
for the homie to pull through.
Play time.
Sushi is going to try and get there. Ali gonna try and find it. Finds just the smallest amount of that shoulder. And now Sushi has to find the angle. Sushi with that frenzy.
Now
1
bullet.
HP. Anything
on,
through
guy.
the wall. Any instance of damage will be enough. Ali clutches it out just barely.
Congratulations.
Just
Ferbsa, man.
Saints, check your corners. Check your
Ferbsa.
corners.
Granted, that's a corner no one
That's-
sits at. If
that's
they're sitting
true,
there
very
on
true.
attack,
Yeah, I
That's why I
understand.
said, like, the defenders
But at
ended
all
up
times,
attacking
just check,
up B
just-
ramp.
Just one of the 3 of you that are running. Just one of you check. Just check. Just in case.
All it takes is a quick little 90-degree flick to the left just to make
just
sure.
a quick.
quick little mod check over the shoulder, see what's going on.
Especially a player like Ferbsa, right? You know he gets the angle. He's going to be landing headshot after headshot. I don't think he missed a single bullet. Almost got all 3 with ease, too. Got 2 with relatively not breaking a sweat. Third one pretty much free from there. But now the gun's going to be in Northwood's favor, at least slightly. Safe, force back onto these frenzies, these classics. Again, this is the Neon setup before Harbor Viper. Fast lane over onto B. Spam the faking tail and try to win these fights just like Ferbsa wins the first one.
Yeah, Ferbsa they're going to go down. Sephine's 3! Same corner as Ferbsa was! But it's going to be Northwood trying to clean everyone out. A little bit premature there on the spray, and now it is down to 4 tapping. Sheriff on duty, looking to patrol the town, patrol this B site, find what they can. Moving forward carefully. Dip is staring down the angle, and Neon strikes again. Blue hair, just like me. Aim way better than mine. 3K comes out. 4 on the board for Northwood as they get that spark plug back. A little bit of life showing in them. You can see they're not quite out of it yet, and this is a team that has so much experience in these situations nonetheless.
Yeah, Seth kind of writing down some notes on that that Ferbsa
Ah.
corner.
Hey, that was a good angle. Hey, it worked.
Hey,
A
if
man of
it
taste.
worked on us, it might work on you. Let's give it a shot. Takes down 3. Unfortunately, Saints not gonna be able to take the round. But yeah, like just
Careful
check,
here.
just check,
I'm out.
check your corners, check your corners.
It's the rule 1 of Valorant. Yeah, no, we have rule 1 in League, don't chase singed. Rule 1 in Valorant, check your damn
That's a
corners.
good rule. I spent a lot of time topping out just hopelessly to try to stop the proxy. But Northwood, no proxy here. They're directly taking over the B site. Saints, again, the weapon advantage going to be Northwood's favor ever so slightly. So they're going to back off here, let them take the space, assuming they're going to get this plant down momentarily. Just waiting for these this Fiesta up grenade, snake bites, all the rest of it to fall off. Dip, working your backside halt. The C's is going to be there. No grenade to follow, but the bullets will. Ali and Drakius.
Oh.
That is 3 down already. Northwood
ult's ready.
taking control, looking to take this round back. That is low health on 1. The blast pack to his doom.
Spike
Up
planted.
and down. Ali with 3.
That was
M's the
disrespectful.
last one standing. That was a little bit disrespectful, but you're allowed to do that when you're as good as Ali is.
Ali's been on point
Ali
with
might be
these.
dead.
Yeah,
One
there's
less.
one. A little bit of overkill there with that headshot. But still, not an easy task for Ems to get themselves out of. Look at how many members are just staring them down. 3 of them. Thought they could get him with the classic. Dip going to be taken as well. It's 2 on the board for Ems, but it's 5 going the opposite way for Northwood. they get themselves up to a better situation for themselves. They take advantage of their bonus. They're going to keep some of those guns on hand. And now if you're St. Clair, something needs to change because we talked about how strong the attack is.
Yep.
The defense thus far, it's
Little
kind of like
lackluster.
a wet paper towel, not really putting up too much resistance.
Yeah, like as you were saying, this is like the old the VCT comp, like the VCT special.
Yeah, it's like,
for example,
it's like the
just
same thing.
just run.
It's like, I would say a watered
the
down
fast
version,
lane,
but funnily enough,
run.
Harbor is the
Harbor,
watered down
yeah.
version, but it's the same idea. Northwood now going to make that adaptation, though. They're going to send members up toward Art here. One toward that A elbow. Saints looking to take some space, though. Harbor wall is there, but Northwood, they are worried about going through Art right now. They have 4 members up in there. They're going to try to find this little split. Seth, though, short corner with the Stinger. Him and Sushi trying to see if they can catch timing. They are playing this kind of eco round with these Stingers, so they're trying to find these little short rat angles. Looks like this flank already going to go through. And Pearl, we see a lot of times, right? Attackers become defenders and vice versa. And Dip and the rest of this Northwood squad looking to go find some kills. The Saints, though, going for the swing. Flash, double concuss is going to go through. Second one to follow. Plant is going to go down. Northwood now control the site.
Yeah, they're all trying to peek one by one here. Dip taking a lot of damage. For tapping, able to find Ali. But how many
Big
members can they
blind.
get? Big blind coming through as Seth gets 2 on the Stinger.
One
And now,
enemy
look
remaining.
at this.
And the ult.
Another ultimate coming through. Seth gets 3. Benji has done this before. Gonna find 1. Will not find the rest. Old man Seth with the 4K. Turn back the clock. It's 11 for the Saints.
He is out of his chair on that round. What a thrifty round from the Saints. Seth,
Wow.
a 4K. Gets
No
2,
Rosa.
pulls out the ult. We have not seen a Rosa. Yeah, pulls out the
True.
ult, gets the third, and then secures the 4th for the round win. Excellent job by Seth on that one.
19 and 11 for Seth, and he's been playing a lot more of this Raze recently. On Pearl, on Split, we see the Raze pretty much every single time. That's going to be, usually your primary duelist unless, right, Northwood the Neon also makes sense for the comp. But
Yeah.
in this comp, the Raze is usually that duelist, that slot, and getting that showstopper so early now, the Saints, you can play for the ult economy. Yes, Ali has the divide. They're close to some of these ultimates, but you have the lockdown. That is the ultimate stopping tool. Saints, though, they're playing really far for this. Or Prowler going to go through. Seth, though, is going to find the
goodness.
bait, so that Prowler going to get Ali killed, and that is going to be Astra down early in the round. That is massive.
Massive to take those smokes off the board. Massive to take the divide off the board as well. Seth finds another one. Seth finds 3.
Down.
He's still kicking in it. Sushi finding another one. It is flawless for the Saints.
Look at
the
that.
smile,
Look at
the
that.
thumbs
Yeah.
up for the camera. 12-4
You can
for
see,
the Saints.
Other Wonder Twin Jello in the background, too, getting
Yeah,
hyped for his,
oh,
his brother and the rest of the squad there,
The
too.
biggest thing for me at this point, though, is I look at the teams that have taken maps off Northwood in the past. Think about in the autumn, it was Carleton. Very strong team.
Yep.
Mizzou has taken a map off them.
Yeah.
07 has taken a map
What a
off
game.
them. The only other team I believe that's taken a map off them is St. Thomas and Fisher.
Pretty good schools.
That Look at that
top
company.
Of,
Yeah.
That is top of the top.
Those are 4 of the best 8 teams in all of collegiate, by the way, for anyone that hasn't been keeping up with CVAL. Mizzou's qualified, Northwood's qualified, Fisher and USD all have qualified. So these are quite literally cream of the crop for as far as teams go. Divide gonna get invested. Saints have the lockdown. They have the weapon advantage too. I think it's Bulldogs and Marshalls, if I'm not
Face your
mistaken.
fear.
There's the Nightfall. Looks like it's all going into the fold this round. Neon ult is there, Burbsa. There's that Sheriff. That's gonna be Caillou taken off the board. Viper down. Lockdown is still there, but not gonna find much. Benji finds a whole lot of value though. Dip with the ulti. It is super effective. Adding a couple more shots for good measure. And all of a sudden, it's all left to 4 tapping. I assume he's gonna maybe try to play for exits, but this round is as good as done.
4 tapping, we've
They're hunting.
seen some of
4
these
tapping,
plays
5
before.
kills.
4 tapping, 5 kills. That's the question at this point. Slowing up on this A site, but that seems to be where Northwood are angling their attack. Gonna try and find any sort of lurkers here. Dip, no longer with that ultimate, out of fuel. Gonna be
Spike
running low,
planted.
needs that caloric deficit to end. He needs to start getting out of that fast at this
Pokemon
point.
Center.
4 tapping, getting Rip Benji picked up. There's so many angles to hold. It's so
Yeah.
challenging if you're 4 tapping. And realistically, has the funds available to just go for it if you so desire, but do you want to be giving over another Vandal? Maybe.
So you just play
maybe
after
not.
turret in your alarm bot. Just play for exits.
4 tapping. Just gonna chill.
4 tapping, 4-head play.
Yeah, like you can't do much a 1v5, and on
Yeah.
Pearl it's a maze.
Against Northwood.
And yeah, like 3 things that are super difficult to do. Yeah, just try and find your exits, or just run.
the flank is
But
coming.
it's gonna get sandwiched. Dip.
That's all you can do.
You try and play, get a couple, just a little bit, get some ult orbs through, but
Yeah, Saints probably would have liked to maybe make that a little bit more expensive for Northwood, but it's not going to be the end of the world again. They're still on match point. Even if they were to lose this round and maybe the next, you're going to have 2 to 3 more chances to get the economy reset if it does break. Northwood, it's going to be full buys across the board. This is going to be full strength for both squads. Ems, Seekers in the back pocket. Northwood, Lockdown and Null Command. So 2 powerful tools, especially trying to create space on the offensive side of things. The Saints, though, this is the time, once again, you get a chance to close out Northwood 13-6, but we know how good this attack has been. You're getting ready. Look at this attack. So the Saints are getting ready, but Ems is a little bit far up there. Seth, good for the first one. Hot taken down. The spray down's going to be good, though. Sushi and Ems are lighting up Northwood, and the Saints all of a sudden, all left to Ali, the only member left now. Spike recovered, but at what cost? In all likelihood, we are looking like we are going to map 3, but I dare say a single word to try to jinx this game.
Ali's been good in these situations before. Case in point, Caillou gets a knockdown 4, tapping the 1 to peek. Ali taking a little bit of damage. 2 shots to the body will do it. But Sushi now, pressure on the shoulders of the Harbor. You've got the entire ocean on your side. When an apex predator like a Timberwolf finds their mark, they will strike at every single opportunity. But yet the Saints just need that extra little bit of divine intervention to come through. Gonna peek that one. Sushi takes a shot. Still, time is ticking. Another wall goes out. Ali trying to find this for what it's worth.
Sushi, please, brother. Come on.
I'm not sure how this transpires. Sushi peeking. Sushi finds it, and that will be the map. Saints find a map on Northwood. As we mentioned, very few teams have accomplished that. That is already an accomplishment in itself, but there is still a series to win if you are St. Clair. You need to find your mark here. You have to land the killing blow because it is not often you're able to take Northwood to map 3.
Yeah, this is like when you get the champion, you know, it's like 2-2 going into the 5th round. The scorecards could potentially be going either way, but you want to look for that knockout blow. And hey, now it's a best of 1. Forget what happened on Haven. You took the Pearl. I will say, that offense on Pearl, Owen was hyping it up. I knew the comp was really good, but I am impressed that Northwood literally had no answer for it. I'm curious now, especially after a game like this, so we're going to start to see those answers try to get more and more brought to the forefront. But 1-1 series, and the Saints join a very small club that, like you said, can take a map off Northwood. But these guys have had one, the eyes on the prize all year. It's been to beat this team. This is the ultimate litmus test, and they're hoping to finish the job in one more map.
Yeah, and they're really looking to take this momentum. If they take this map 3, looking to take it to this weekend. I believe it's Saturday. If I'm not mistaken.
Like, we know we can beat them.
Yeah, like we have the capabilities to do it. Let's do it again, or we'll come back for that revenge tour on Saturday, depending on how this map 3 goes, which I do believe is Ascent.
Yeah.
Not 100% sure on what the sides are yet. I do believe there's some picks that come through.
Yeah.
Going on probably at this moment. So we'll see how those end up now. But Adam, can you elaborate a little bit on Northwood and Ascent?
15-0. They have not lost Ascent ever. And with that, we'll head to break. Game 3 on the horizon. Titans may bleed, but can they fall? Saints are going to try and find the answer to that right now. On to Ascent we go. Northwood versus St. Clair, and what could be a look at this weekend's game. Could be a look at next weekend's game for all we know. This team has shown their grit and determination, and now it is time to show what you're made of. This is going to be an interesting matchup here with Caillou once again on the Gecko.
Yeah, shout out Wingman, shout out Dizzy, Thrash, and Mosh Pit.
The boys.
The boys. The boys. The kids, the homies. They do their work, and Caillou utilizes them super well with Gecko. But
lots of surprises.
I mean, typical VCT comp coming from Northwood.
Typical
Just
bedtime comp.
Pretty much. Like
it's
the standard. The standard.
Listen, right, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's work for them.
As casters, we selfishly want 5 duelists and all this debauchery.
Yeah.
But
I want to see a Yoru.
Northwood is running the Ascent comp. The Saints are kind of running like the new age Ascent comp. We see the Gecko get slotted in instead of the KO. That's honestly the only change you'll see on Ascent. I've seen a couple things in some of the BCT leagues, but it's regular season. They're still trying stuff out too. Because Valorant, right, this game is quite literally changing week by week. Bind is coming back. Icebox is leaving. Weapons have been tuned here and there over the time. Things are constantly changing and shifting. But the thing that's not shifting is both of these teams focus on this game right now. Pistol round almost underway. Not many teams can say they made it to map 3 against Northwood. Any more teams would say they want to win that map 3. The Saints haven't beaten Northwood in anything. As long as I can remember, it has been, I think, a year or two at this point. But 6 seconds left. Map 3 to go to the NACE Grand Finals. Northwood and St. Clair. We are underway.
Yeah, Drake is holding out that knife. Typical knife on B site. A site. My mistake. I always get them backwards. But Saints going through main here, taking their sweet time. I love this one way too as well, coming out of alley.
Yeah, very smart. Just hold the line for the time being. Lots of util just going to be thrown down here. That smoke fades immediately. Bosch to clear out wine. Ali going to try and shoot down Dizzy there. Sushi very quickly on the side. Everyone's coming through, but Sushi, Seth, and Ems lining them up, knocking a couple of them down. You mentioned there's not a lot of teams that have taken Northwood to map 3. The only time they really go to map 3 is in best of 5s. In this situation, they're up against the wall just as much as anyone else. Dip gonna have to make something happen with Benji here. Coming through, about 2.5, two health bars worth of health available for the Saints here. Ems with that dart. At least gonna know that someone's on site, but 2 in hell, 1 in main. The angles are everything for the Saints here. Gonna be able to find one is Ems. Benji's gonna have to find the rest, but 4 tapping, 1 tapping. That's 1 on the board for Saints as they find themselves a pistol round.
Can we stop the game right now?
Yeah, can we call
Stop
it quits?
the count! Stop the
the
count!
count.
That's it! That's it! That's all you get!
Unfortunately, though, we will have to play out the rest of this game, but you won pistol. That is the first step. That was already a much better start than they got over on Haven. And Ascent, typically seen as fairly CT-sided. Most teams would agree. It seems to be that defense-sided favorite. A lot of these maps are kind of 50-50. Pearl and Split are probably 2 of the maps that are definitely more favored toward that attack, or Split defense, Pearl on that attack side. But Ascent, right? It's all about execution with these comps at this point. Everyone knows what to expect. We see the one-ways, we see the 0 points, we know the lineups. It comes down to execution. Northwood, they have been executing with these pistols quite well for today, though.
Yeah, quite a little bit of chip damage on alley. Just a little spam through the smoke. A little bit. Actually, took one health maybe.
Small chunk.
Sushi in deep gets 1. Seth takes down alley. Sushi for 2.
1 enemy remaining.
Straight
Just
up in their favor thus far. Clean executes thus far to this A site. Benji gonna be the last one left around. Another quick stat for you here. Northwood, 73% win rate on defense on Northwood lifetime. That is 9-3 as an expectation.
Ascent or all time?
On Ascent.
Like on average, that's average is a 9-3.
Average is 9-3. So consider this: if Saints are able to find this round, which looking quite good right now, Benji with the classic, not really gonna find a whole lot, if anything. Dart gonna spot him out. 4 tapping from long range. Gonna get a little help from Ems to clear that one up. Saints are 2/3 of the way to the expectation against Northwood. You piece together a couple more rounds here, you're putting them on the ropes a little bit more. Granted, their attack win rate, still 62%. They're not any slouches here. You don't win 15 times on Ascent without dropping it once. without some pretty good stats behind it. Granted, here we are into our full buys round. Couple Sheriffs, that one Phantom on 4 tapping as expected, a couple Spectres. This is going to be a difficult one for the side of the Saints if they are to try and hold the line here. But 4 tapping, taking that rifle and trying to lurk with it, using your strongest weapon in what is likely to be a 1v1 or a 1v2.
Yeah, I do believe we almost saw the...
Dip hovered the Odin.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was Odin or the Judge, one of the two great weapons of Valorant.
Thought about it, but a little early.
But look at this mid push coming through. They're getting aggressive. Playing a little slow now.
Again, weapon disadvantage. They're trying to let Northwood play into them. Try to get 2 to 3 kills. If the Saints can get 3 kills on Northwood, this round is good. You can strip away a couple of those rifles, then get back to your bonus and try to build your way up that way. Recon Dart, past market. Benji still playing there. Nano Swarm over toward Pizza. Both of these Saints slowly walking up. Caillou, though. I think he spotted out that Nano Swarm. Looks like he did. Dizzy going to do some work in market. Benji, though, gonna make a read on it. The spray's gonna be good for 1. Sushi gonna get punished. Turret firing some shots there. Recon Dart, Mosh Pit. That's all going through market, but Benji is taking the kill. Ems trades one back. Maybe gets that rifle upgrade as well, but Dip and Seth still trading back on the site. Saints, 2v3. I think they recovered a gun too. Ali playing this backside flank, though. He's playing it nicely, but Seth plays it a little bit nicer. That is an Omen win for Seth. 2v2, count him up, 2v1. Saints right now.
30
Weapon
seconds
edge
left.
technically too, considering there's 2 members, but Seth caught with his hand down in his pocket. Drakius, last alive here.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and find the spike plant at the very least here. Of course, Drakius is reading this out very well. At the very least, this is a lot of economic damage done towards Northwood. Even if they are to win that round, very unlikely that they're able to buy up full in this next instance. Of course, Ems playing around Generator. This is all about these angles. Drakius looking for this pre-fire, looking for anything. Another shot goes out. Ems gonna peek a little bit early there. Drakius escapes that with their life. Very good round from the Saints, but of course, Northwood with their full buy, just that extra little bit of firepower.
Yeah, and especially getting it down to a 1v1 at the end. It's good. It's a real...
Getting Plant too.
And Plant getting all, like, getting everything together and kind of knocking down Northwood's economy. They're not going to be looking at a full buy here. Maybe a couple Spectres, maybe a Sheriff. We do see a Bulldog coming out, but St. Clair going to be on that full buy. 4 tapping on light armor.
Just stay on the light armor, making sure they can buy.
He loves light armor.
It's every EUA.
Every game, light armor.
It is actually the EUA. Unironically, it's like an EU thing. Was it was it Fnatic that was doing it?
Fnatic one lock-in off of only light shields.
Yeah, Fnatic kind of started like the light shield meta, I guess, so to speak. But right, it takes a team with a lot of confidence and a lot of time together. Right, Fnatic is a team that played together for 3-4 years before they can finally crack the big one. So Northwood, they've already cracked the big one a few times. They're looking to always improve though. Saints, again, slight weapon advantage. Cut that last round very close. Northwood stacked up on A. Saints playing the default, waiting for this early exchange. Benji's turret gonna go down. He is still up in garage posted though. Gonna find a crossfire. He's gonna take a lot of space over on Sushi, but Sushi gonna punish.
Yeah, wipes the floor clean there. M's finding one onto Ali as well, and now this map wide open for the Saints. No lockdown available. There is the From the Shadows, so that Seth can lurk forever if they so desire. This is a good time just to sort of block off some of these angles, even slowing up Ferbsuck going through mid here, trying to make sure that they cannot peek, cannot find any angles in that regard. But of course, Saints still playing it very safe. They don't want to overextend here. They don't want to force anything until the time comes, in which case they go right in. They spot out Dip. Sushi gonna get lit up there, but Dip in return gets taken down by Caillou.
Spike planted.
4v2. Thrash is online. This is a good opportunity for the Saints to look for something. And Seth
doing over there?
Still just vibing, chilling over there. He tried to ult over, got shot down, but he's on a long flank now.
One enemy.
Yeah, definitely.
Who could have predicted this?
Yeah, clean round. I really like that ult usage out of Seth as well. Kind of go into that back because majority of the time there's going to be a player in that back boathouse. Just sitting there. Might as well just get the info, get shot out, go back to A, kind of like just do your thing. Try and go on the flank through CT spawn. Just get the info, and then St. Clair clean up for the round 3.
Yeah, and Sushi gonna have the Blade Storm now, so the economy gets a slight little buff there. They don't have to waste as much money. And the key now, keeping these rifles online. That last round, 4 members left standing. Sushi gets the Blade. That's why you see that Shorty, the old Shorty Blade Storm combo. There's the Blade Storm. Northwood's weapons, though, not going to be too hot. But like I said before, we have seen them do more than enough damage with some of these sidearms and some of these other weapons. So something to be careful of. The flash is gonna be perfect. Sushi going over the top, though. M's good for 1. The Blade Storm looking for value. The shot's going down. Sushi's knives going going down. Verbsa going down as well. Mosh Pit back to the side of the site there. Lobro earning his paycheck. Saints take A. Will find plant. 5v3 to hold.
And with the guns that they've got as well, this is so challenging for Northwood. If anything, Northwood just trying to do a little bit of that economical damage, prove that the American dollar is still just as strong at the end of the day. Nonetheless, Dip with this frenzy, gonna have to find some insane sprays at that. Sushi jumping up in the air, finding 3 kills for themselves, as now it is Ali left alone. Flawless for the Saints. They find 4, performing above average, but we always knew this team was far above average.
Yep, taking that percentage, dropping it down,
Drop kicking it. Get it out of here.
Just
Who
a
cares
little
about the stats?
just kind of pushing it to the side and say we're better than these other teams that you have played. 4-1 Saints on this attack side. Shout out Wingman for planting the bomb. We love Wingman on the Saints broadcast here. Lil Bro.
Nothing more you can say. Because Caillou, to be fair, even like me and Adam have been casting other CVAL, we haven't seen any geckos. Like, and I think in the VLR page too, that Caillou was like the top, like in the last 60 days, he was #1. There was literally not a single other gecko player I could see him like the top 12 or 13. So it's an agent that not many teams have been willing to pick up right now. And when they do, right, it's on Ascent, it's on Haven. Haven't really seen his presence on too many other maps. Ascent and Haven seem to be the best for a lot of these kind of one-way dizzy lineups, especially throwing off Wingman to go take care of his job there. But in a slight bit of a tech pause here, things going to slow down just for a minute. Hopefully the Saints now just try to make sure you keep this momentum through the tech pause, keep things going as best as you can. Just try to make sure you keep things, because right now it's a clean start, but we know Valorant, you can go in a 6-7 round run. Things can turn on a dime, especially with a squad as lethal as Northwood. Got to make sure you stay buttoned up.
I think the major thing as well is we talk about Gecko as well. We did a lot of interviews with players from the West. Haven't really gotten a chance to cover a lot of these other regions in that regard, but Gecko, very mixed in that sense, because you have to slot him into a lot of these established comps, especially on Ascent, where people have solved the meta. People say, hey, our Sentinel is Killjoy. If you really want to get spicy, let's maybe go Cypher. Okay, cool. What's going to be our initiator here? KO? Yeah, sounds good.
KO
We're going to
or
toss
KO?
him in there. KO or KO, unless you are, Caillou in that situation. Who are you picking for your duelist? Unless you've got something real nice on the raise, you're going that Jet. Hey, let's think about our smokes. Omen, Astra, let's flip a coin. Let's see. What's your flavor of the month? Do you like Omen better? Do you like Astra better?
More of a blue guy or a purple guy?
Exactly. They're basically the same. But they're on the same end of the color spectrum, all that sort of stuff. You can pick your poison there. And of course, got it around that comp all out with the Sova. Make sure you got all that information necessary. Got everything. It's Build-A-Bear comp there, and everyone's bear looks the exact same. Everyone's sitting in a Toy Story, all the Buzz Lightyears. Hey, what's going on? It's me, Buzz Lightyear. Everyone's Ascent comp, and then you see Woody walking around. That's the Gecko coming through at this point.
That's a wild card.
Yeah, it's really all about the comfort. Like, we've seen this comp for what, almost a year, maybe more. Like, just continuous.
Since KO came out, probably.
Yeah,
like whatever came out last, KO or Asha, it's like once that got locked in and people got the idea, it was
once
like
Chamber got nerfed as well.
Literally true, actually. Once Chamber died, people had to play other stuff.
So they picked Jet. Wow.
Oh, wow. So you're still good with the operator and long range one hits to the head. Oh, crazy.
Insane stuff coming through. And of course, still waiting on a tech pause here from Northwood. Hopefully get some more information as time comes through. If you do hear anything from the game zone, I think it's party chat.
We heard some.
I heard something.
Pings and some other things.
Heard some rumblings coming down. I was like, oh, what's going on there?
Either way, though, I think we will probably throw it to a very, very quick break just to let this lobby get sorted out. I don't see hands on keyboards quite yet, so I'm guessing we have a minute or two. We'll come back, though. Saints up 4-1 on map 3 against Northwood.
That was a quick break. We're back. Ascent, round 6. They're already going. Recon Dart, going out. Sushi, lurking, looking for something. Verbsa, operator. That is scary.
Haven't seen it yet from Verbsa, but Jet Ascent op, something we usually see. We usually don't see the garage setup as often. You might see it mid, you might see it sometimes on one of these other sites, but Verbsa trying to play off these early pushes. The Saints have already showed they got some information. This could end up being an absolutely devious angle. The Saints right now just not pushing, and luckily for them, they don't have any clue what's on the other side quite yet.
Yeah, the one thing that I do like, especially for the Saints side, we don't see an Odin on the Sova.
Yeah.
Ooh! Shout out Wingman, a little bit of a distraction.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Sushi getting the kill on Verbsa. Operator down.
We got thrashed too with the orb.
That was the whole 9 yards thrown from
There he goes.
Verbsa's inventory. Seth!
Through
Check
the
PC.
smoke.
Check it right now. Go out there, see what's going on there, and immediately, hey, see ya. B site, we got our 2 picks. We're going over to A. We're taking our talents over to the A site. Fortappen has been lurking here for a while. No one's been able to push up. Benji still holding tree, but look how many angles you still have to hold. Everyone is sort of skewed towards this B site at that. Finally, the smoke going to sort of give those signals. And the great thing about Wigman, who cares about all those swarm grenades? Who cares about all the util on site? We're dropping down little bro. He's getting his paycheck. He's going in to plant that spike.
Yeah, we can see a couple shots over on Benji as well. The nanos from the microwave. Ems is getting tagged down. The nanos will find the kill. The lockdown is going to get popped too. 5 seconds left. The Hunter's Fury now going to come online. Oh, Northwood is cleaning up this site.
Wow.
The triple kill from Benji from tree. The nano swarm shut everything down. The Hunter's Fury merely a topping to the cake that Northwood just baked. In St. Clair, I mean, it was looking so good, and just like that, it gets snatched away in a flash.
I see what they were looking for as well, because Ems was 1 point away from that ultimate. They wanted to get that plant down, wanted to play post-plant, try and push it to 5 there. Unfortunately, they get punished for it. Verbsa, though, not going to have a whole lot of credit. It's going to be popping that Blade Storm this time around. The economy on the side of the Saints, probably enough for another buy afterwards. You've got Thrash, you've got Thrash, you've got the
Well, you can throw it more than once. You've got Thrash,
you got a couple of Thrashes there. And the real thing is, will the Saints be able to find a Thrashing on that one? Here comes the Land Shark. Garchomp is coming to play. We saw Pikachu last time. Now we get good old Thrash coming down. Not getting a whole lot of value, though. And now, all of a sudden, KO puts his fists together. See you later, all your util.
Yeah, Saints kind of looking indecisive here. Do we push this, or do we cycle back and look towards A little unsuccessful in the first round, but looks like they're going to stay here. Just kind of play slow, take their time, kind of get their strats in, see what they want to do.
Yeah, had to wait for the null command to go away before you try anything. And the only thing is, if they decide to go A, Benji has moved his entire Killjoy setup in all different spots. Every single piece of that util has moved. So the Saints might not be quite ready for it. Marcus push is going to come through. Hunter's Fury trades back and forth. The Blade Storm does take down Caillou. 4v3. Hunter's Fury still looking for these tags. Not going to find anything. Seth now going to try to work off this site. Verbs has got the blades. Seth going to give himself away. Shroud to step back toward Garage. Links up with Ems once more. But Sight given over to Northwood at least. Saints going to give up on that one. A Sight, yeah, he's lurking all the way over on A. Didn't even realize he was still alive. He might catch some nasty timing over on Benji. It's going to be the Killjoy. It's going to be 4 tapping winning. A Sight is open. Nanos cannot be popped. Saints should get plant.
That util is all gone as well, but Ali able to get around it. Great swarm to stall them out as well. 4 tapping, still holding this angle.
Left.
Both of them stacked up. Yeah, wait until the last second again to get that spike down, but it is going to be enough. Trying to find a lot of stuff here, but Verbsa trying to find these Blade Storm kills, trying to look for anything. Another dart gonna spot him out actually in heaven. Through the ground, Seth able to find it once again. The Saints are rolling. They are the big machine that cannot be stopped. And yet, Northwood still looking. Seth finds a third here, and now it's going to be the round cleaned up. Saints find 5. This is the momentum they need to keep, as now Northwood should be able to buy on most members, but Ali is going to be looking at a good old classic.
Yeah, really well done by the Saints. 4 tapping, just getting that lurk.
Huge.
If 4 tapping wasn't there to get that initial kill and throw that swarm grenade down and pop it right at that perfect time, I don't think Saints would have won that round.
No, that play doesn't work because then Benji's Killjoy setup is still fully intact, and that was what got the Saints last round. The Saints had 5v3. Benji had a beautiful Nano Swarm microwave set up on Generator. There was nothing Ems could do. This time, though, again, he keeps moving this util, the sign of one of those good KJ players. Saints, though, they're looking like they're going to opt for this A site. Pop shots with the Cloud Burst. Sushi and Dizzy both going to work off. Mosh pit there, turret. Couple shots towards Sushi's back there. First kill over to Northwood, though. Seth taken down nice and early. That's going to be Benji finding stride. Dip up in heaven. Lockdown for the Saints. Spike was planted.
Yeah, just lots being used on the site right now. You can see them spamming through that wall. They know the angle. Sushi gonna drop down as well. This is just stalling out the side of Northwood. Caillou, the head just peeking out. You can see the hairline showing through, but Dip unable to take advantage. Blinded up for the time being. Will get the tag onto Caillou as well. Caillou's got to be careful, gets sprayed down through the wall, but Sushi gets there one. Multiple members from different angles. Sushi gets two. Looking for more. Sushi finds three. Looking to cook even further, but it's down to Dip. He gets it. M's gonna find the next, and it's 3 in favor of Northwood here. You can put them down, but you cannot count them out until it is over.
2.5 seconds. It was so close. Northwood, great job to play that retake. They ended up getting back on site. The Saints, though, another good round. They have lots of money in the bank, which is that one positive about going on that nice little run. So, still in control of the game. Lost bonus not going to go for either side. Sushi is going to have the Blade Storm. Full buys for both squads, minus that Spectre for Benji. And Northwood's money, not in a great spot. There hasn't been a lost bonus. They've been going back and forth with these full buys. If the Saints can win, they can break this eco of Northwood for at least that next round. Hopefully try to push yourself to that 7. But got to get the 6 first. This is a dangerous, dangerous squad.
Yeah, I'm really looking at Seth to use his teleportation ult to the full potential. I'm really liking these ego dashes. Sushi, good recovery.
2 for 2.
Okay, all right, 2 for 2. I'll stop talking. Go ahead, get your kills.
Get your ones, boys.
Trade, Seth.
How do you not take damage?
Util there.
Wait, what?
Just barely dodged out on it here. Wingman gonna be going into that plant as well. Seth moving on to site. This is gonna be a difficult hold here because you can see where Ali is trying to get into Wine here. Will actually get shut down though, so will not be able to complete that long way away. Saints need to look for some of these 1v1s, look for these plays now. Caillou gets tagged up by that dart once again. Dip looking for that angle, but the blind onto multiple members, stalling once again. Ali making a whole lot of noise here. Look at where Ems is. Ems is sitting in the smoke there, peeks out at the right time, finds them. It's gonna be another round. Potentially going over to the side of the Saints unless Dip can put it together. No. Caillou, Himmy, Neutron, the boy genius, as we said it on Twitter, cleans out that round. It is 6 on the attack for the Saints. Don't look now. They're starting to put Northwood on the ropes just a little bit, but game's not over. Lots of Valorant left to play.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing 3 Sheriffs out of the side of Northwood. Yeah, as you guys were saying at the beginning of that last round, if Saints win that round, the economy will be in the gutter. Going to be seeing full buy. I mean, looking at St. Clair's as well.
Honestly, for the Saints, it's so weird to say it. I think this is like one of those must-win rounds.
Yeah.
A team like Northwood, you cannot drop easy rounds. Seth agrees with me. He's going to find first blood. But when you have Northwood against the wall, like you said, you have to keep teeing off. You cannot let them get back in the game. Make them play at your pace and your style. They have done that so far. Still some legwork to do, but a good start for this round.
Yeah, let me get my notebook. Let me write down, hey, play
watch these teams. There's a lot to learn from both of these teams.
Sit back there and hold that angle.
We've seen it from a lot of Omens as well in the past. I mean,
we picked up some things.
Yeah, listen, that's the benefit of casting CVal is that, you know,
now
you can't do anything what they're doing. In CVal, you see the stress and you're like, hey, I can try that, and it'll work. A lot of the times. So, you know, sometimes it's just like, hey, you know what, 10s, go get a fork. And it's like, I can't do that. But here, you know, they find a cool angle, they find a pick, and now the numbers advantage in their favor. Drakius up in heaven once again. Gonna have to try and find some work here.
Do not shoot low, bro.
Do it.
Oh, Dio in the Matrix there is Sushi. Dashes forward, finds there a 1. And now Northwood trying to retake here. You don't really want to save.
No, what are you saving? Sheriffs?
You can't save Sheriffs. You're trying to die to the spike, if anything.
Yeah, and the thing is for the Saints, luckily, if they lose 2 rifles here, yeah, it's not going to be the greatest, but you have so much money these last 3 rounds, it's not going to matter. You know what else doesn't matter? The eco when you're all left up. A flawless for the Saints, getting better and better as this game goes on. 7-3 start. They said we're looking for potentially to get that 8-9. Looks like Ferbsa may have had another DC here, so possibly a timeout or, yeah, say disconnect or timeout, one of the way. Ferbsa, you know, overheating on the server is a little bit too powerful for even the servers, but St. Clair right now, this is the dream start you were looking for, and right, 2 of the rounds they dropped, they were up 5v3 in one of the rounds, and I think a 4v3 in the other. So these are rounds that were very winnable. It has felt like they've been in control of this game. We just know how fast control can be garnered over the other side.
Yeah, they've been really. Shout out Emery. Woo woo. He's excited. They're they've been. Oh, he's ready.
He's gonna hit
Okay, what are you gonna do?
What's he cooking?
What's he cooking? Oh, 4 horizontal.
Oh, no, give them the badge.
Check pause. That I feel. Listen, they're all going 4 horizontal.
See you later.
Just a nice Sunday stroll. Yeah, just they're waiting for this talk timeout. Sushi, listen, that's the jet main right there. Jet main's got to get the dash ready. Sushi is ready to go. Caillou and Seth, you know, they're just kicking it, having a nice old time. The Saints right now, I mean, this is as good as you could have asked to play. Yeah, back to business, boys.
Lock
Tears
back in,
up.
lock back in.
Locked in.
Ems, put your glasses back on. Get ready.
Caillou, too. Caillou glasses buff, very real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing him the other day. It was like, oh, yeah, got my new glasses.
Yeah.
We are locked.
Yeah, he can see. He has x-rays now because the x-ray specs on. He can see through the walls.
I mean, he's
Check his
just...
glasses,
Check him,
you know.
check him eyes.
Check him eyes. Optometrist.
Check him retina.
He's got the... We were talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Over the break. He's got the Millennium Eye in
Yeah.
front of his eyes now.
Oh, a B execute with 4 people. Huh?
Look at this, though. Drakius fires a couple shots, gets cold feet, leaving. Didn't know robots could get cold feet, especially that one. You know, I feel like literally when he uses his ult, he just like explodes. Like some of his processors are just like,
It's like a supernova.
yeah, he just booms. That's how he does it. And then he gets 800 health at the bottom. I don't know how that works. Why can't he just always have 800 health?
Well,
Yeah, definitely overclocked the
Balance.
got a few
PCs.
reasons.
Balance. There's one of the reasons.
Slow start this round. Default up through garage, the save. Both teams now, you can see we're getting deep into this game. These rounds are getting harder and harder to win. There goes Thrash though. Perpsa not going to give away his location. Still playing Rat. The Saints have no idea. Digit's going to find the scan, but the spray down isn't going to go his way. Sushi and Caillou picking up a couple of headshots. Four tapping. Clears out tree. The Saints are making light work of this round. No Drakius though. That is a nifty little tap, my friend. However, sight to the Saints. Spike down. Full control. Paranoid for good measure.
Listen, both of these teams are just so skilled, it is hard to hold excitement for either team. Realistically, Drake is hitting that shot. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And Ali finding another one onto 4-tapping. Drake is coming out of that smoke. Ali speaking his own teammate there a little bit. Drake is still looking for more, but who's got it for you? It's Thrash. Seth and Caillou going to clear out that round. It is 8 on the board for the Saints.
What's the money looking like now? I want to see this.
It's going to be most of a buy. Oh, no, it's not going to be
I was
most
going
of
to
a
say,
buy.
they were forcing a lot, so I didn't think it was going to be that good. However, the ultimates, I mean, Hunter's Fury and Lockdown, yes, they're nice. Ems now having that Hunter's Fury, able to take down the Lockdown. I think Ems might actually use this to try to find some picks as well. I mean, I'm expecting Benji to just plop that Lockdown down. It's the last round. Then you might use it then. But the Saints right now, again, this is one of those rounds. Yes, Northwood has a very strong buy in ultimates, but you have to take this round.
They're just going ham here. Ferbsa forced back already. You can see how many members have to rotate over, but they're late to the party. The smokes are going down. The Recon Dart going to try and find it. Here comes that ultimate as well. They're going to go back and forth. Sushi, though, gets taken down by Dip on the way in. Caillou as well. Dip finding incredible value as they tag up Seth as well. 5v3 situation. Northwood, they've been begging to find these early picks. They find them that round, and now Saints need to rethink their strategies. 4-tapping, just trying to hold down mid for as long as possible. This drone going to give away more information to the side of Northwood as well, as they look to find an angle here, as it seems to be through tree that they want to angle. Maybe through market.
Yeah, just kind of sneaking through mid. Seth, about half health. Just kind of walking through, but we do see
Through the wall.
holding and getting.
Oh! Okay.
Hey!
Are you kidding me?
40 seconds, lots of time too.
Drakius finds the pick. Ali doesn't have that ultimate, so has to make moves
Sight's open.
quickly.
Hey, sight's open
Sight
too.
is open. Everyone is on that A site.
They've got
Now
lockdown.
it comes down to the timing. The lockdown is available. There is nothing for the side of Saints in terms of their ultimates. This lockdown could be everything. The 1v1s need to come down. They need to find the angles. They cannot play passive in these situations, and that is exactly what Seth is doing. But now this is going to be tough. Boathouse, there's a little angle at the back there, but they'll know about this.
And garage timing isn't going to be that good if they do decide to go for this. Man, Seth going to swing, finds a couple shots. The kill, though, not going to go his way. Northwood will use the lockdown to advantage. They will lock down their 4th round of the half, but 8 rounds on attack, on Ascent against the best team in the world. I think St. Clair's feeling pretty good, but 8-4 is a nice half. It is not the be-all, end-all. You have got to come out, lock in on defense, and try to shut this high-powered offense down.
Oh, this is a much
Yeah, I'm really
better
going to be looking at
trajectory.
Caillou on this defense side, especially utilizing that Dizzy. He usually plays A site, if I'm not mistaken, but really utilizes Dizzy really well going through that A main, through A
or
main.
up through tree.
Yeah, you literally just throw it straight up in the air, and then you just pick it up back again. You get him back in 10 seconds. Another flash through when they actually go to make the push, and like Gecko's utility, like as we were saying before, no one really uses it. But like seeing Caillou using like
no one uses it right.
Yeah, no one uses it
They
properly.
throw it
like
in the
Caillou,
middle of sight
Placing
the
alarm
first
bot.
time. That's like, okay, we can't grab that
Oh
anymore.
yeah, we can't go pick it up. But yeah, Caillou utilizing it to its fullest potential.
Major
Another big
thing
pistol.
here.
Oof.
Yeah, as you mentioned, pistols are going to be big. Every round is big from now on because you cannot give Northwood an inch. We talked about their defense, how it averages 9-3. Their offense still manages an 8-4 on average. So this is far from over here. Saints need to be on their A game
Look at
at
this
all
mid-push.
times. But look at the wraparound. Sushi and Caillou are just lurking behind enemy lines. No one
tapping
wants
turnaround.
to make that move first. Finally, it seems as if the execute comes down. Drake is going to get popped out here. Seth, tapping Seth. 3 kills on the board. And now Sushi coming in from the long flank. It's one member left
Let's
remaining.
go.
Verbsaw is not going to be aware. 9 rounds on the board for the Saints.
That is what we love to see. The boys are hype on stage. They just took their 9th round on Northwood, who are 15-0 on this map.
They're like 27-0 in their last 27 matches, basically, too. This is a team that does not understand the definition of loss. Saints right now, as we keep saying, job far from done. To quote the late, great Kobe Bryant, job's not done. They have a lot more work to do. They know that this game is far from over, but they're putting themselves in position to be successful, looking for them to try to dominate this round as well. Just keep that hot streak going.
Interesting thing is that they aren't forcing here, and it is getting punished. Sushi, Caillou, once again, linking up the Mandem, finding a couple of frags
Link
for
me
themselves. And now looking to gurk them in the knees at the same time. Swings forward from Sushi. That's 3 picked up. There is Ali
Standing.
taken down.
Strike down
Benji
A.
the Lurker, the last left standing
ends.
here. M's gonna try and stay safe here.
Turret. Oh!
You can't count Northwood out.
Benj.
You can't count them out.
Benji wins the 1v2, the turret and 4 tapping, but Sushi's got the 4K. That is the kind of play Sushi's looking for. 19-9. Remember when he was playing Harbor and was like 0-1 through 7 rounds? Yeah,
Remember when he was in Academy?
Yeah, this guy's pretty damn good at popping off. These last couple weeks, too, he has been the catalyst for the turnaround of this team. 20 frags against the best team on the planet. Right now, Saints in control. The buy for Northwood is going to be back once more. This round, though, if the Saints can take away 3 guns and or better, they could really start to put the clamps on Northwood and really start to limit their options for the comeback.
Yeah, just look like you guys are bringing up Sushi Academy, Duelist, Initiator,
Dead.
going dead first, and dead first. Oh,
Yeah, M's though
Two
able to
for one.
reply onto Benji.
Listen, 2-3 kills is okay.
Yeah, you can't get too comfortable against Northwood nonetheless. We talk about their legacy, we talk about their skill, we talk about their experience, we talk about 30-0 in collegiate since the inception of those rankings. Yeah, you can't count them out. They have been in situations where they're down. They have been pushed up against the wall here, not often. And 4 tapping going to be the one to fall against the wall there. 4v2 situation, this is their buy round, as M's going to try and just find some exit frags, try and find something on the way out. Same with Caillou, they need to try and make their mount.
Spike planted.
Couple shots through, Bulldog to spray next to Generator. Northwood stocked up though. The Saints right now, like we said, you're trying to make it expensive. You're probably not going to be able to walk away with this round. Shock dart toward heaven. Caillou on the Sheriff. Trying to find timing, finds the first shot. He gets tagged back though. Not going to find any kills. Little bit of chip damage, nothing to ride home though. Ali waiting in the short corner. Verbsa though taking advantage of the headshot. Ali is going to finish things off, and I will say the one thing that the scoreboard did kind of stick out to me. I think I saw Verbsa was sitting at like 3-12, so if he can get going for Northwood,
6-14.
it looks like, yeah, he was 3-12, now 6-14. If this is a player that starts to feel himself, starts to hit a couple of those 3-pointers, starts to get white hot, he could be the difference maker. Because, right, usually every single CVAL ranking, this guy has been near the top for KDA, for effectiveness on Jet. Every single stat, Verbsa has been one of the top 3 players. So for him to have a slight thing, however, we're going to cut it to a quick break. There is some kind of tech pause. The anticipation kills us. We'll catch you guys in a few.
Back from the tech pause we come. Versus ping has been through the roof. We'll just say
Yeah,
it
unfortunately,
as it is.
yeah, he's disconnected twice. His ping has been spiking. So having your best player, a slight disadvantage, gonna feel bad. Fat recon dart though.
Yeah, they're executing quick here. Dip. Sort of backing up the team there. Four tapping. Gonna clear out some of that util as well. But M's already taken down quite low. Has to be careful. Sitting on switch here. Gonna be aiming down here. Ali trying to find what they can. Seth, though, now on the scene. Spike already planted. This is a very quick angle picked up for them, but Seth finds Ferbsa. Caillou finds Benji. Sushi coming around on the flank as well. They are trying to hold whatever angles they can. Little man coming through. Gets a little bit of a stun. Gonna try and spray through the wall. Numbers gonna be... The health gonna be the biggest issue for Northwood here. Main thing is on Ali. Drakius goes down. Caillou finds 3. And it goes all down to Dip. Ooh. Dip removed from play. 11 on the board for the Saints. My goodness.
That was a quick round.
On a set, too.
Yeah, Northwood had a very clear game plan there. It actually worked very, very well. They took all the space they wanted. They got the numbers advantage. But Caillou and the rest of these Saints, the retake was so strong. And the money has been the story of this game. Northwood is going to be able to buy back up, at least for this round. The Saints, though, Bladestorm and Thrash in your back pocket. You know they can start to smell the finish line. Just have to try to close down these rounds, keep this defense locked up, try to make a read over onto Northwood, and try to finally close this game out.
Yeah, I think I was looking at the mini-map for a few seconds, and I do think I saw a 5-man chest bump before they went to the site.
It's possible. Team building.
Yeah. This is what I was talking about with Dizzy.
Sushi's going to catch it.
Yeah, he's like, I'll pick it up for you, don't worry.
Oh, very quickly on site though is Ferbsa. It will be shut down, but Ams gets 3 with the Odin!
Sushi with the knife.
Slicing him up! And that is 12 for the Saints on match point against Northwood.
Amzu, my man, the Odin, lighting up Northwood. And now the buy is going to be looking rather, I mean, they're going to have rifles.
It's rough.
They have luckily, they have the Bladestorm, but it is going to be a rough buy. The Saints, Hunter's Fury, Thrash, and the feeling of being able to topple the best in the world. It is right here for the taking. You've got Northwood against the ropes. It is the end of the 5th championship round. Now, can they find the knockout blow and take off the top team in Collegiate?
Already Ferbsa looking aggressive, trying to go over the top with these blades. Gonna try and get into sight. Gets in there, gets spotted out. Not gonna get hit by any of this util. Takes very little damage on the way in. All the way in the back though, Seth gonna be taken down 30 HP on Ferbsa. Benji gonna take down 4 tapping as well. But those health bars are not in good shape. Ferbsa 30, Ali 8. Here comes the Hunter's Fury. 1, 2. Will they find another one? Caillou gets it.
Nice.
Last shot will not do so, but Thrash is here, coming down. Squirming. He's looking for him. Hooray, he's gonna find one underneath. Sushi gonna be able to find one as well, but the Hunter's Fury the opposite way now coming down. It's so tense. It's coming down to the line. It is only up to Dip. St. Clair are looking for the defuse. They beat Northwood. There is no fucking way that just happened. Saints win.
St. Clair takes down the best team in the world, dominant fashion on Ascent. They have toppled the Giants. They have slayed the Titans. The gods have fallen. St. Clair stands atop the world in this moment. Northwood is a school, for those that know, so many hardships. Game after game for years and years. This has been the one team we cannot seem to beat, but the Valorant team, other ideas in their head today. They execute to perfection. They have knocked off Northwood, and they have done it looking damn good.
I'm speechless.
I'll take the fine on that one. I'm just saying,
wow.
I'll take the fine.
Wow. St. Clair just taking down the #1 team in the world for Collegiate. What was it, 13-5 to end that one?
13-6, I think.
13-6 on Ascent, which they were undefeated. Undefeated. St. Clair taking that win. You can hear them. You can hear them on stage. They are ecstatic. You saw it in their cheers going when it was on the player cams.
Historic.
You guys go ahead. You guys go ahead.
It might be the NACE semifinals, but the magnitude of this game, considering the fact, too, these two teams are going to play again in 3 days' time. This is one of the biggest wins probably in school history. The Valorant team, for those that don't know, had a couple of hardships the last CVAL split. It was a team that was kind of in some turmoil. They got things together. They buckled down. They've been playing their best Valorant I have ever seen, only proven by that fact even more so today. Like we said, they take down the kings of collegiate. And honestly, besides that map one where they kind of fell flat, it didn't necessarily look close for some of those games.
No, they flipped it around and reversed it. That Pearl map executed the attack side picture perfectly.
Yeah.
They did everything that they wanted to do on Pearl, secured that win, take it to Ascent, same deal. Attack side did everything the way they wanted. A couple rounds, a little bit of a hiccups, but nonetheless, they take the win over Northwood.
Gods can bleed. That's all I can say. 30 series in a row have Northwood won. You look at their page on VLR.gg. Win, 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. All back to back to back to back. Yes, it is a team with a substitution. We can throw all those excuses out, but nonetheless, the strongest team in the world at the collegiate level has been felled at the hands of the Saints. Long live the new kings. The Saints reign victorious.
Yeah, that is all we need to say for the rest of this evening. A historic night nonetheless. Thankful to have this TriCast back. Thankful to get Adam back on the desk for an absolutely historic night in the school's history. Shout out to Amanda, Matthias, Alex holding things down in the back. Honestly, a picture-perfect night. That team deserves it a whole lot more than anyone will ever realize. We're going to go celebrate, so you guys enjoy your night. Take care of each other. We beat Northwood. We'll see you guys tomorrow.